Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome back to Origins 2016. I'm really hungry. You're thinking, why are you hungry, Vassell? Because I watched the booth, everyone else went to lunch. So my lunch is still coming. But we're about to show you the Game 3 of the Dice Tower Essentials Royals. So that's coming up. And Game 4 of Dice Tower Essentials. So that's pretty cool, right? Let's see here. You know, I can't really, we are about to, I'm going to do this right now, live on air. Hang on. We're about to make a video, we're about to launch a video of Sam going to Nottingham and looking at the Games Workshop headquarters, which has some really cool shots in this video. I was watching it yesterday of just the different things, and I have to find it here. A Day at Warhammer World. 26 minutes of footage of Games Workshop, pretty cool with interviews and things, and that is live now. But don't go watch it because you're supposed to be watching this live thing. But if you want to watch that later on, A Day at Warhammer World. Also, we probably just had a bunch of other videos go live too, because it's 1 o'clock. But anyhow, why are people talking? I guess there's a conversation going on in the chat that has precluded me showing up. Or so anyhow,
that happens a lot.
Would you like to?
So explain this.
Here, we are in the presence of royalty.
Why, thank you, sir. How are thee, young oaf?
Why are you carrying a board game? Shouldn't you have a servant be carrying this for you?
Normally I do have many servants, but today I have brought myself to lower myself to be amongst commoners.
That's us, the Dice Tower. Voice of the common people.
Yes, yes. Have you seen this game after my likeness?
I haven't really. It looks somewhat familiar. In fact, we're about to move over to camera showing it off. So we're going to be switching around there. Any last thoughts for the camera?
There is much intrigue in the land. And who will take over this land? The Countess, the Cardinal, or the Marshal? We shall see.
The reviewer! What are you doing there?
I said to turn it.
Towards them.
I'm working on it. Someone twisted it the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
That was
Whee! We're spinning in a circle! All right, thank you, sir.
You're doing my job, man.
all right. Throw in the set.
I think we're ready. Don't we need a couple people to run this? We're live now.
No, you don't need people running.
We don't
this.
need, no one needs to run these cameras. They're just
oddly on all the time.
we may need to move this a little this way. Oh, there he is.
Do you want to take my place? Okay, then we need another mic.
Do we need another mic? You're allowed to go to the bathroom.
You're on camera, by the way.
We just need another microphone for you if you're. So scoot into the middle here.
Get your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a free one over here. Or that. We can pull one off the stack too.
So how you been?
Good, busy. It's been
Sorry for
crazy
the
convention.
crazy. I mean,
It's fine.
just
I mean, some publishers just make crazy demands and make us wait to bring in people, and it really brings. We are live, by the way.
Yes.
The internet is watching right now.
Well, hello there. Hello there, internet.
Do you want to, I'll go ahead and do like a little introduction about it, and then you'll tell the mechanics.
looking at the board. That's the one that's the internet. Don't
Hello,
worry about the
live
internet.
fans.
The internet is watching live. These are the ones that will be edited into the final video.
Got it. So when I'm talking.
What?
We had to disconnect stuff from the camera and then reconnect it, so we're not live right now. We're about to be again.
Whoa.
So
we're
everything
not
we just
live.
revealed is not actually going out?
Right.
I have to start over?
I'm not sure when it cut out.
Are you all three in?
We,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, sir.
We,
Okay, the white balance on this looks insane, so I'm gonna stop.
What's white balance?
it's a method of syncing the cameras so that the color saturation is the same on multiple cameras. It is rule number one in any sort of production that you white balance all cameras so that everything gets the same.
Are you mic'd?
Is he coming? He's
Well,
gonna come in,
he
right?
just got.
Did you
He
tell
got
him
to talk
about
to
the hashtag?
What?
Did you tell him about the hashtag?
Oh, I haven't told Ed, but I did Tom.
You did, Tom, on the live stream? Okay, yeah, good.
Do we want to put him in the video sitting
I
with
could do
us?
just a little meander around.
Yeah, he could just wander behind us
You could just
randomly.
pose. You could. Yes.
Do it subtle.
Do it, yeah, silent.
Like,
king.
just while we're talking, just come back behind us at some point.
Yes.
Put him in the video and say, hey, we're sitting here with the king. Tell us about Royals, your game.
Okay, we are ready, rolling on all cameras. I'm gonna do a quick clap and a slate, and then we'll actually start the
Yep.
interview. We need to hit the little cancel button on the Wi-Fi once again. Okay, here we go. This is Royals from Arcane Wonders / Dice Tower Essentials. In 3. Hello and welcome back to the Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Brian and Tony from Arcane Wonders. We're looking at the latest release from the Dice Tower Essentials line, Royals.
We're very excited about Royals. It's from famous game designer Peter Hawes. Peter introduced me to it, and we were so excited to play it. It's a very simple and intuitive game to play, very elegant. It has lots of different tactics and strategies in it, yet it's very easy to pick up. Most of the time when we teach players, that we actually just start the game, and within a few minutes they're already playing.
You draw cards, and you spend the cards to influence nobles on the board. It's an area control game. And one of the great mechanics of it is that it just has so many different ways to score that you don't get locked out. So kind of a light Euro casual game, but players won't feel like if they get locked out of one area, they have plenty of other areas to go, and no one player can really dominate the game and keep everyone out. You have to choose where you're going to go, and it's not hard to switch strategies midstream and go for a different scoring mechanism and still do well in the game.
So what's the basic mechanism? What does a turn look like?
Okay, so I'm just going to run through a simple turn, kind of around explaining different
Sure.
things. So saying I had a few cards in my hand already, I could then look at, and this was from a previous turn, I could look at this and I could draw 3 cards. So I would draw 1 and 2 others. And with this card option, I can now purchase or influence different nobles on the
Okay.
board. And you'll see here is there are different card values. So like the princess costs 6 to influence. So I only have 4 and 3 different cards. You
Okay.
do have an option to exchange 3 cards for one of any other, but that still wouldn't allow me to like influence the princess. But I could, using 4 and 3, cash that in to influence the cardinal.
Okay.
Now, when I influence something, I place a cube on the board. I would immediately take the city bonus for this if it were available. Now, I likely wouldn't have that many cards on my first turn, but if we went around a couple times, different city bonuses would likely be taken as we go. But I'd take this. I'd also take another cube, and I'd place it on the cardinal.
Okay.
Now, what happens through the game is different cubes will be placed on this, and at the end of the game, the player with the most cubes on a piece will gain that many victory points. So they'd gain 14 for the princess.
Okay.
Now, if that were tied, what would happen at the end of the game is you would take it and you'd split it.
Oh, neat.
And each player would gain the 7 victory
I was wondering
points.
why these came apart.
Yeah, so, and then the third thing to notice is that if this is a 3-way tie, no one gets the points. So there is an option to build a strategy of denying different players points at the end of the game.
Right.
As you go through, so I explained there's influencing the noble in a city. So that's a city bonus. There's also the country bonus. So if you influence a noble, any one of the two, in all of the countries, or all of the cities in a country, you then would gain the country bonus.
Okay.
So that was a second type of victory point that you can gain.
And that was first to do it, second to do it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So then there's another type of bonus that's available, and that goes along with the cubes that we place. If you place influence on every single one of the different types, you then gain the 16 point.
Oh.
And the second one would get
And that's
12.
significant.
And this is a significant
Can't
bonus.
ignore that bonus.
And that gives a strategy where even if you aren't focusing on one particular area, or you have focused on one area, you can then diversify into different nobles of different areas. So there are a lot of different strategies that you can tap into to gain points in different manners. The game is played in 3 ages. So the ages are depicted down at the bottom.
Yep.
I only have victory points on the first stage.
Okay, but those would be filled with
that would be
victory
filled.
points. Okay.
And what happens here is when the deck of cards is run through, you then trigger the end of the age, and victory points are announced. You look at the power, the influence of the different players in the country, and the person with the most, the highest sum of the number, gets the first bonus.
Okay.
And the second highest gains the second bonus.
Are those randomly determined, or is that a preset?
It's a preset.
sequence? Okay.
Yep. So, and basically, as you influence, you're looking at how do I best strategize for the age, for the long-term game, but also for each individual segment of the game, so that I can maximize my potential benefit.
So if I want to get my hands on Royals,
yes.
How soon can I get it? Can I get it now?
Right now, you can get it at Origins.
Okay.
We're doing a pre-release special. Aside from that, we're looking at the end of July, first week of August.
So certainly
before
by Gen Con, you'll have full stock
Absolutely.
and everything else.
And there'll be plenty at Gen Con too.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
No, appreciate
Royals. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thank you.
Who was that guy?
That was the king.
Hey, where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
The king. He's actually.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Z, when we got the artwork commission, we actually sent a picture of Kevin.
Did you
and
send a
said-
picture of
Yeah,
Kevin?
we said
Yeah.
kind of make it reminiscent of Kevin so that we could,
We can use him for promotion.
because he's been great for us. Like he does the sheriff all the time, and he's got the face for it.
I mean, the big thing
I was
is
going to mention
that
something about the artwork to the fans, but probably don't
yeah.
need to. Yeah, just leave it be.
we have. That was good, really good, because we hit everything of like the game.
Yeah.
Now we've been talking about the artwork and stuff with different written people, actually contributors of the Dice Tower, contributors and reviewers and bloggers and every sort of flavor there imaginable. We've been talking about fun facts, different things about the game that it's been good. Okay, so now we have the Mage Wars Academy
Okay.
expansions,
We can talk about Speechless too in the same
and
thing.
then we're doing Speechless.
Okay.
So
Tom said that he's disappointed in your shirt choice for the day.
Okay.
Oh, it's not fancy enough?
It's not as...
I had one a lot flowery yesterday. I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to not make Tom...
Tone it down a bit.
Not going to stir the pot anymore. I'm going to just wear a nice shirt that he would approve of. So it still has little stars.
The Mage Wars stuff,
Still
or
has
just show
little
boxes?
stars.
we have a few cards and stuff, but they are open, but just card fans mostly. It's just.
It's not as flamboyant as usual.
I was trying to make Tom happy.
The word is exciting. Exciting. I'm always boring. I'm
We
I'm
got
a
a little
company man.
criticism on the art because we changed it from the originals. A lot of people like the original, but I was going to mention that, we wanted to freshen it up and make it a little different. And this is the looks that people think kings and queens and nobles looked like back then. Not what they actually did. They actually had like a black wig with curly hair down to here, that common king you see on every game cover.
Right.
But we thought, we're going to Americanize it based upon our American movies.
We
and
made
stuff.
it Game of Thrones. We Game of Throned it.
Game of Thrones.
it.
That'll be a really big catchphrase. Like, should I open this up? Can I?
No, let's leave that one.
Okay.
Because essentially we have a few minutes to go over different cards and stuff for...
Yep. Okay, gotcha. I'll just do the same thing, do a quick intro as to what Academy is, and then you handle the different
then-
sets.
Good. Busy.
Tired?
A little bit.
You guys do this
Second
stuff back
win.
to back, like...
We've been on since Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
This is our last day of this, and then we sort of get to open up and greet more people and play more games tomorrow. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Waiting for the red light. Red light, red light, red light. This is Arcane Wonders and Mage Wars Academy in 3, 2. Hello and welcome back to the Origin Summer Preview 2016. I'm here with Tony and Brian from Arcane Wonders, and we are looking at the latest from Mage Wars Academy. Tell us what we've got.
Okay, Mage Wars Academy, just to give you a little background information, it came out late last year. It is a standalone game. I want to make sure fans don't confuse it with its big brother, which we call Mage Wars Arena.
Yep.
And this one's Academy. This is a very much a shorter, lighter, quicker game. It's designed to be like a 30-minute or less quick card combat game. So you're a mage, you step into the arena, you fight your opponent. A couple key differences that make it stand out strongly against its competition is that you, when you build a deck or spell book, you can play any spell you want. It's not like a traditional card game where you shuffle and draw. If I'm a wizard and I need a lightning bolt to take out a goblin right now, I can just go get it and play it. I don't have to hope I can remember it. And if I'm a priestess and I got to heal up right now before I die, I can just cast it. So it has some other little mechanics that we like to think are ingenious, and it's just dripping with rich fantasy flavor. When you're done with the game, you feel like you had a real mage battle. Makes it intuitive to play too, because everything works like you think it should work and how you'd want it to work if you were fighting a magic battle.
So what's new in these boxes?
Okay, so essentially what we had previously was, in the core set, is a Beastmaster versus a Wizard.
Okay.
What these expansion packs are they are entire sets for a new mage.
All right.
So the first, which is Street Day of 6/22, so it's coming out right in the next week or so.
Great.
Is the Priestess. Priestess is the healer, a lot of holy spells, a lot of magic. But the big thing is that these packs come with 72 cards, and it comes with the markers and everything for the different mage. But the spells in these books, that go into the books, aren't specific to the Priestess necessarily. That you can use them to build custom spell books. So you can put a few holy healing spells and such, or a different creature into, like, say, the Beastmasters.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to liven up, change things around. However, based on what the mage is
Playstyle.
Yeah, their playstyle and also their benefits. They get bonuses or detriment. Like, you can't put dark spells into a Priestess spellbook without it taking
won't work terribly
multiple
well.
points. Yeah, it's much more difficult for her to put them into her spellbook. So basically, what we have is the Priestess and the Warlock. So the Warlock brings in the darkness and the more demons, fire spells, and such. Like, we have here just a few of the cards: Fire Fist Brawlers, Blade Maidens, Horned Demons, and when you get into here, you start getting different life-stealing spells, as well as the fire. Twin Fireballs, Volleys of Flames. So you start really livening up what kind of direct damage.
Right.
And whereas the priestess has the angels, the healing, the holy.
When you buy a pack of these cards, you're expanding. You're not only getting a new mage, but you're expanding everything before it. But we also want to mention these cards are fully compatible with this game's big brother,
With the
Mage Wars
full-size
Arena.
set.
So we have seen a lot of players that are fans of Mage Wars Arena buying the packs because they can expand their spell books, and some of them are pretty powerful once they've got the combination going.
Yeah, basically what we're seeing is this has a lot of low-level options that you can add to
Right.
Arena. That where basically you have a wider variety of the low-cost spells to add in, build into your books. So like the Beastmaster in particular has a number of swarmy type, small level, but still potent creatures in Academy that work very well in Arena.
So
And
you said Priestess is 622.
622.
Warlock
We're
be
looking
the same
Warlock
time?
around 720.
Okay.
So those are they're both pre-release.
And after this, you'll
see.
see a new mage about every quarter is the plan.
Okay.
So about 4 a year. And
Excellent.
we've already got 4 more in development, almost ready to go to print right now.
Very nice. Mage Wars Academy. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Appreciate it.
Okay. And now let's set up Speechless.
Totally lost that word.
Oh,
The spellbook building when it
the spell points.
triple spell points.
Oh,
Yeah,
triple spell points.
I
Okay.
like. I'm sitting there like, what
It's
is
all right.
it
You did fine.
called?
Now your replacement will be here in 7 minutes. And I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I hope you're
Are
kidding.
we taking this out?
We are
Opening up?
live, you know. No.
Sorry,
Your
Tony.
replacement. Sorry,
Is
Tony.
anyone
Your
looking
replacement.
for work?
Yeah. Oh man.
What's going on over there?
I couldn't remember a word, so I'm out. No.
Is that kind of boss, huh?
No. I'm the easiest boss in the world.
Yeah, let me get all the other stuff out of your way.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'll just put it aside. You guys can.
Yeah,
grab
we'll
it,
straighten out later.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
These are just.
Thanks, Steve.
We don't need quite this many. Those we don't need.
Okay.
So essentially, just take a couple of these.
I'll do a very quick introduction again.
Very
and then
quick
you
introduction,
handle it.
and then you both are actually going to write down stuff while I make fool of myself on camera.
Oh my.
Okay.
Do we want to have that choreographed? Like,
Oh
do you
yeah,
want to tell
no. I'm just saying, pull out 3 cards,
Sure.
and you guys are done.
Okay.
I can see the cards.
Sure. I'm ready to be humiliated.
Oh no, I'm the one that's going to be humiliated.
No problem
He has to
whatsoever.
act out.
Okay. Everybody is rolling. We need the red light on that one.
I have a timer.
All right. This is Speechless from Arcane Wonders in 3. Hello and welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for the Origin Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Brian and Tony from Arcane Wonders, and we are looking at an upcoming party game for the Dice Tower Essentials line called Speechless. How does this work, and how are you going to make me look like a fool? That's what I want to know.
Speechless is a great party game from designer Michael Elliott. It's his first party game, so he's very excited about it, and he's got some very innovative mechanics in here. I played it last year at Dice Tower Con, and sometimes it's hard to review these games and to make a decision if you want to take one or not. We were laughing and screaming and having so much fun that I was like, okay, we just got to do that game. It's
Okay.
awesome. And I play with my family all the time and friends. I have people asking for my prototypes to play them because it's great. So it's a charades type game with acting but without making any sound.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm going to go through a quick round with you all.
Okay.
So you will take a marker and a dry erase board.
all right.
Don't allow each other to see them. The one thing you must know is that you guys are speechless. When I'm acting out these words, you do not say anything. You may laugh at me and what, but
Okay.
Laughing
So-
is permitted.
that is permitted. Please note these are prototypes. This is a prototype.
Okay.
It's not completely
These aren't
representative.
necessarily the
types, the markers, or the card
The real ones will
graphics
be
may
this
there.
big.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 3 cards, and I have one is of hard difficulty, medium difficulty, and easy difficulty.
Okay.
And I'm going to act out all 3 cards, all 6 words in a minute and 30 seconds. So,
Oh, boy.
everyone ready? And when I do this, it means word 1, word 2, word 3, and such
Okay.
like that. But after this, no more talking. So 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's great. You look.
Okay.
And that's all 6. So,
Oh, my.
now what we'd do is I'd go through and I'd say, okay, what did everyone have for word number 1?
Glove.
Glove.
It's gloves. So you would both get that correct.
Okay.
So just circle a 2
The 2
on our score
on their
sheet.
score. Next, binoculars.
Binoculars.
Yes?
Okay. Now, what did everyone have
Those were
for...
the easy words.
Those were the 2 easy ones. And what did everyone have for the 3rd word?
Pirate.
Pirate.
That's correct. What did everyone have for the 4th word?
Puppet.
Woodpecker.
It is sprinkler.
What? That's the worst sprinkler ever. What sprinkler goes like this?
Puppet was good.
Okay, so nobody gets
Okay,
any
so
points
no
for
one
that.
got-
And let me point out now, if I had said puppet as well, even though we were both wrong, we still get
We
1
would have
point.
gotten 1 point
One
for
point
matching
for
each
matching
other.
the wrong.
So that's
Okay,
kind of a
fine.
cool little way to
Sure.
get an alternate scoring in there.
So now we go to the 5th word.
Quadrant.
Oh, that's good. I said window pane.
It's quarter.
Quarter. If it would have been a circle, then I would have
And
done
right.
it. Yeah.
Maybe.
Or
yeah. See, I went for a quarter.
Yeah,
So what's and then the 6th word?
Sunbeam.
Spotlight.
It's sun. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you just point it straight up and just do the circle? What was all this other stuff coming down? Like, come on.
All right.
So.
Well, I got 6 points.
So I got 6 points.
We tied.
We tied.
And-
We rejoice in our shared victory.
And I, as presenter, will get points equal to what the player with the highest number of correct answers.
Okay.
So even if you had gotten 1-1-1,
because
I
we
would
matched.
still only get 6. Because you only got the 3
Right.
words right.
With
Yeah.
with a lot of players, it's very interesting because you'll have whole groups that are thinking alike, and they all guessed puppet over here, and they all guessed woodpecker over here,
Right.
and they're all getting 1 point. He doesn't get any points for that though,
Yeah,
because
no, because
If it had
well
been
enough.
puppet, that
but
would have been.
the other players are not at that point penalized for my poor presenting skills. So
So this is, as you said, a prototype. When do we see the real version?
we're having a Gen Con release.
Gen Con. All right.
we're excited.
Thank you, gentlemen. Speechless.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that timed out nicely. Seconds
There
to
we
spare.
go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks, Eric. I
Oh,
appreciate
you
it. That
bet.
was fun playing that with you.
Oh yes, and they have the erasers right on.
Sunbeam.
Well,
Make
yeah.
you do it though.
No, I'm just kidding. Sun.
Yes, it was sun.
Sun. Well, Sunbeam was close to sun.
Yeah.
Chaz Marler, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, but I just had a thing fly into my ear, and it was a very strange, unique experience.
A thing fly into your ear.
A thing flew into my ear. Now, if I knew what it was, it wouldn't be a thing.
See, I'm wearing protective headphones.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go
Oh, hey,
help
the internet's
change
on.
over.
So, let's see here. Hello, internet comments. Let's see here. What do you think is on the table? I am now reading your YouTube chat comments. because the only thing more fun than listening to someone live stream is listening to someone read a live stream. So let's see here. We're talking about a game here at Origins. Chaz Nelly, thank you very much. Kate Lilies, or Kate Lyles, I apologize, mentions gross about something flying into my ear. Thank you. I found the same reaction. I appreciate that. Was it Jiminy Cricket? No. I think I accidentally stepped on my Jiminy Cricket a long time ago, so sorry. Chaz, what are the names of the Arcane Wonders guides? Oh, Arcane Wonders. Let's find out. We have, of course, Brian Pope, who is the CEO, president of Arcane Wonders, and I'll be right back. Okay.
You don't have long though.
It's Rudiger and Smithy. No, it's John and the other guy walked away. So maybe it's John and Smithy. Okay, let's see here. Where do we leave off? Did it fly out of your ear? Yeah, let's go with that. Flew out the other ear. Actually, let's take it up a notch. Let's say it flew in the ear and came out my left nostril. That way, we had a little bit of pizzazz to that joke right there. They put creatures in our bodies, Captain. Chekhov from Rathacon. That from the comments. That was. Let's see. Brian and Tony. How about Marty and Tony, the two guys from Arcane Wonders? That would be hilarious if they were Marty and Tony. Let's see here. Oh, I hope it's not an earwig. Earwigs are my least favorite. My most despised insect is an earwig. Oh. Those are disgusting. And you ever be reading an old book and an earwig like falls out of it?
I don't think it's ever happened to me.
Oh.
I don't read old books though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's why I only watch TV, man. Chaz has eggs in his ear. Confession. I had a headache for like 2 weeks last month. And I actually it was so bad I went to my doctor, and I had convinced myself that I had a brain worm or something. Something laid eggs in my head. Are they ready over there?
I think so.
Just about?
Yeah, I think we're ready. We'll go and throw over to there.
Okay, so we're gonna throw over there and come back soon for more of my medical history stories.
Thank you, Chaz.
Okay, should I have this angle a little more towards the components?
Well, sure. That should be fine.
I should be fine with that.
And if you're ready, we'll flag the guys down. I don't know where they all went.
You've been abandoned. You want this here?
That's a good place for it.
That's a good place? All right.
Yeah. Are we ready? Got a thumbs up from audio, got a thumbs up from camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Waiting for the red light on camera 3. There it is. We'll do a quick slate and then we'll go.
Sounds great.
This is We Come in Peace from Rather Dashing Games. We'll begin in 3. Hello and welcome back to the Origin Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Mike from Rather Dashing Games. Hello, sir.
Hello, thanks for having us.
And you're telling us that you come in peace. We come in peace. Somehow I think that's a lie.
It is a lie. The box says we come in peace. The components say otherwise. This is a game we're coming out with this summer. We hope to release it within the next month or so.
Okay.
It is 2 to 6 players, and it is played in 3 rounds, so it plays relatively fast. 15, 20 minutes tops.
All right.
Unless the trash talking, that'll add some time.
Sure.
So each player, you want the run through? Or
yeah, let's do it.
So each player would have one of these planets.
All right.
The planet has 6 sectors, numbered 1 through 6. It has 12 cities, and it has a planetary core. This guy is named Captain Angry Pants.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and he has I'm gonna kick the universe's butt side, and he has his kind of cute, not working out so well for me side.
That's adorable.
The cities themselves also have a undamaged side as well as a damaged side.
Okay.
Okay. So, like I said, played over a series of 3 rounds. The player to your right rolls the invasion dice. And the invasion dice, that's too good of a roll. So the invasion dice tell you what you have to deflect. So
Okay.
right now I have to deflect 1 red flying saucer, 3 yellow, 3 blue.
Gotcha.
I then get up to 3 throws of the defense dice to do so.
Yep.
So blasts are color-coded, but this will only stop one of those 3 flying saucers.
Okay.
And Interceptor will take out a die's worth of flying saucers, regardless
a
of
whole
color.
group.
Yeah, it's a wild. You have rebuilds, so if when your cities do get damaged, you have the abilities to rebuild them. And then finally, this is the one where it gets not so peaceful. The missile.
Okay.
The missile allows for an immediate counterattack. So even though it's not your turn, you get to shoot at every other player at the table.
Okay. Whoa.
So let's say I've rolled, I've done my thing. I still have to take damage from this red flying saucer. I roll my sector die. I need to take damage to sector 1. I flip it.
Okay.
Were I to take damage again, I would then lose that.
Okay.
The missile is the same way. I just tell everyone around the table, okay, I'm launching a missile at y'all. It's coming in at sector 2.
Sector 2.
Everyone else then gets to roll their own sector die. You did not match my roll, so you take damage.
If I had gotten a 2, I would have deflected your attack.
And gotten a free rebuild.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But that's round 1. So it's kind of, everyone's kind of nice, having a good time. Round 2 rolls in. 3 more invasion dice, only 1 more defense die.
Oh!
But the defense dice scale. So whereas these blasts were worth 1 point, now they're worth 2 points. The missiles are also worth 2 points. The rebuilds are worth 2 points.
Okay.
Round 3 rolls around, same thing.
Ouch.
So there's a reason we call it the game of exponential chaos.
Yeah, okay.
It is a blast. No pun intended. Sure, pun intended.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got coming from Rather Dashing Games this summer.
Excellent. I mean, that you've covered it. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah.
We just prepare to defend your planet. That's all I need to know.
Well, the last thing you know is by the end of the game,
it's gonna
that there's a pretty good winning victory
like
conditions
that.
for you.
And you're still okay, even though your center guy is gone.
Right, because when you counter, you can always gain rebuild, so you're never actually out of the game. They're just usually
even
sad
if
and
I want the
angry.
camera to get a nice close up of sad Mr. Angry Pants.
Captain.
Captain.
Very sensitive.
Sorry, he got the promotion. I wasn't aware.
Very sensitive.
Captain Angry Pants. We come in peace from Rather Dashing Games. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
Is that all right?
That's perfect.
All right, good.
That's exactly right. I love it when it's even shorter and sweeter than we have allotted 6. It's much better to
just get it out.
Get it out and get through it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dice Tower's resident herald of the flip side, Sam Healy.
Absolutely.
Wait for it.
We are live over here, by the way.
I need a basketball.
Dad, here's the thing. When we wait for someone like that and they don't show, but we bring them, but they come late, set up, and they work, someone else tonight, that's what makes us do it. they'll get behind. See,
What did you think of trekking national parks?
Trekking in national parks is actually pretty good. It has a feel like Ticket to Ride, but even a little less complicated than Ticket to Ride is.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it's got a couple of different things going on. There's a set collection mechanic where first person to travel to each of the different parks gets a stone that is a certain color, and whoever has the most of each color gets extra bonus 5 points at the end. But traveling to each of the national parks and then turning in a certain number of cards when you're there gets you to score that park. And some of them are 5 points, some of them are 4, 3, or 2 points. So it's pretty neat. It's a very simple game, but it's also pretty fun as well.
Cool.
Tyrants is cool. Basically, Tyrants is a game where you are, it's a deck builder, but at the same time, there is a area control mechanic going on the board as well, where there's a lot of espionage cards in the decks that you can put into your deck, and it basically, the theme is the Drow are battling for, basically 4 factions of Drow are battling for control of the underworld, and you can send your spies into other places to kind of spread your area of presence and all that kind of stuff. It has a really cool theme. It's kind of a point salad thing going on. There's basically, I think, 6 different ways you can get points throughout the course of the game. So it's got I think it has a lot of replayability in it. It comes to 4 different decks, and you can switch out which decks you use as the main market deck to make up the market deck. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the game, and I've played it twice so far, and each play has been a little bit different. I got my rear end handed to me on the second one, came in dead last, but I came in second on the other one. So I think it has a lot of good stuff going on for it. Again, it's a very basic mechanism with deck building. So if you know how to play Dominion, you pretty much already know how to play Tyrants. But there are a few rules thrown in there for as far as the area control stuff that goes on there too as well. So I think they've taken a common, familiar mechanic and put another good or a couple of common, familiar mechanics and wrapped a pretty good game around it. So I think the price point is a little heavy. $75 is, I don't know. So I'd wait to see if you can get it on maybe Cool Stuff or something like that with a little bit of a less hefty price tag, but it is a fun game. Huh? Are you kidding me? Are you guys really talking about how to pronounce drow? I'm going to put drow. I don't care if you pronounce it dro, because it could be crows or it could be like cows. That's the beauty / curse of our language. Apocrypha. It's supposed to be the set for $5. I think. Yeah, that's what I was told earlier. Bob, you pronounce Blockus, Bloku, or Blockus. Blocus, Bloku. Just take your pick. Yeah, Marianne, I was actually going to say, I'll pronounce it when you spell it correctly.
I got it.
I have not yet played Guadalcanal, although I really like those kinds of games. It's hard for me to get through the rule books because there's so many things that come into play there. How you actually play the game isn't as difficult as learning how to play the game, if that makes any sense.
So we're just switching to stretch? 82 more minutes. We were just skipping the AEG.
Blocus is pronounced Tetris. Awesome! Reifenbreite.
Yeah, we've got AEG coming up next with Mystic Vale and Guildhall.
Get to the chopper! I have not yet played Mystic Vale. Tom's raving about it. I've heard people say, though, and I don't mean to steal this guy's thunder, I've heard people say that it makes Dominion look like a thematic genius. So I don't know if I'm going to like it very much, but I do want to play it to at least try it out and see how it goes. I think we're about to flip audio back, right?
Yeah, well, I'll go throw the 7 now.
But if not, you're going to miss out. They said, okay, that's cool.
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll get ahead.
Yeah.
Because Dan's here and ready to teach, so.
Ready to rock.
And technically,
Yeah, you want to switch?
No, if you spend, it's your call. What would you rather do? Talk about Mystic Vale or have your time off?
How about I do Mystic Vale?
Then we switch?
And then we'll switch.
Perfect.
Trying to keep rotating so we can stay fresh and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Right. And there we go. Just gotta set up the deck so it's actually.
This is one I need to explore more, just because it's.
In my 3 years with AEG, I haven't seen a game that's generated this level of just people wanting it and stuff. Closest thing I think was like Pretty Smash Up. I mean, people love the game.
Z, how's the 2-shot looking? Do you need us to adjust it all? Okay. From audio, got an okay from all the cameras. We need to restart the timer. I'll do a quick slate and a clap for sound syncing. Okay. And then I'll give a countdown and we'll start things.
Sounds good.
All right, I am clapping. This is AEG, and we're looking at Mystic Vale. In 3. Hello and welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for our Origins Summer Preview. I'm Eric Summerer here with Dan from AEG.
That's
and
correct.
we're looking at one of the games that's probably got some of the best buzz of the convention. That's Mystic Vale.
Correct.
Now, what's the term you're using for this? It's not a deck builder, it's a
Card builder.
Card builder.
But the system is card crafting system.
Okay. How do we do that? How do we craft cards?
Basically, when crafting cards is you would buy any one of these and you would be able to slip it into your card.
So these are sleeved cards.
Correct.
Some are blank in your basic deck, some already have things on them.
Yep, and you are able to actually buy it and slide it directly in. So the theme of the game is that you're representing a druid clan trying to save Mystic Vale from the curse of an evil king, which is represented by the red spoils. And you keep flipping over your cards until you decide to stop so you can gain resources as it goes. But it's not, none of the cards are going to directly impact another player.
Okay.
So you're going to be playing your game and competing for resources,
Right.
but there's no way that I'm going to be able to manipulate your score or the cards in your deck.
But I can't steal that bear that
Yes,
you've been
you
looking
can.
at.
And the bear is actually really good.
I like the bear.
Yeah,
the bear is very nice.
The bear is phenomenal.
So you get to customize your cards.
Mm-hmm.
You could start working on one of these blank cards and start
Correct.
putting stuff in there, or I could take one card that I really like and make it even better.
Yes, you can either put it onto a blank one. So everyone starts with the same exact deck. You have 9 of the cursed lands, which are the spoil mechanic. You have 8 blank cards and then 3 fertile soils, which is just a resource. So
Okay.
basically, 12 of the cards have a mana symbol so that you will actually be able to use it to purchase stuff.
And there's sort of a push your luck aspect because you sort of, in between turns, build up your deck just to the brink of breaking,
Starting.
of busting.
Right, so you play the first phase is a planning phase. That occurs during right at the end of your turn or as someone else is taking your turn, and you keep flipping cards over until you have 3 of the spoils. So at the beginning of my turn, my deck will look something like this, where I have 2 face up and 1 on top. The top card of your deck is always available for review. It's face up, we call it on deck. Now on my turn, I can choose to go straight to my harvest phase, where I'll gain the resources that are showing in my field, which would be 3 here. Or if I want to gamble, I can press my luck. Any number of times per turn, you can choose to take the on deck card, play it into your field, and then you flip the next card. In this case, I busted, which basically means I actually skip my harvest phase, because the Curse of the Evil King was stronger than me at this phase.
Gotcha.
The cards in my field go to my discard pile. This becomes the top on deck card becomes the first card of my new field, and this token flips over. So you actually gain, and this represents a one-time use of a mana symbol for following turns, and it doesn't go away; it stays there until you use it.
Sort of a bonus consolation prize for busting that turn.
So then, if you would be starting, then I just start my phase
And I
until
decide I'm not
have
going to press my luck, and I'm just going to take the 2 resources.
You can buy any advancement at any time. There's no limit or check on that. But there is always going to be available a pile of fertile soils, which is a cost 2 and 1 resource. So in a worst case scenario, you would actually be able to buy that.
Sure, and eventually I'm trying to buy the veils.
The veils themselves. Those are represented with a cost from the spirit symbols, and they are also they only come from cards that you buy. So none of them are directly in your deck, but they will show up. For example, I believe if I had a card with this and the sun, and these were in my field, or even on the same card, I would be able to buy this veil. The veil comes into play and stays in play on your table for all subsequent turns. You can't utilize it to the next turn. This one would give me 2 victory tokens at the end. This one allows me to convert mana into another resource to buy the higher ones. Some of them have 3 victory points, 7 victory points as it goes through.
And so you end up with cards in your deck that are worth points, cards on or veil cards that are worth points, and what triggers the end game?
The number of them actually have victory point tokens on them. So if this was here and I flipped it up from my deck and I didn't spoil, I would get 4 victory points from that, and when the victory point pool is out, that would be the last turn of the game. If the first player is first, everyone else would get a
an
subsequent
even number of turns.
Correct. Yes, everyone will have the same opportunity.
So Mystic Veil is available here at Origins. How about everywhere else?
It's actually available for sale, and starting on July 16th. Here at Origins, we're giving away during raffles, a daily raffle at 1 and 5:45 p.m.
Excellent.
So if they come demo a ticket a game, you get a raffle ticket, and you can come to win.
Okay, good way to hand out those limited numbers that you brought in for the show. What are the plans for expansions?
Currently, the first expansion is already at the printer, and the second expansion is finishing up playtest. We don't have an exact date when the first one will be coming out, but we are targeting it for early to mid-fall of this year.
For a game that offers so many customization options, having more of those options is, of course, going to be very fun.
There's actually, funny story, so this game is more of a Bob Ross happy accident, because John DeClaire actually designed Edge of Darkness first. And it uses the card crafting system, and that's the game that he wanted us to make.
Okay.
In the process of learning, he made Mystic Veil to teach people how to play Edge of Darkness.
So Edge of Darkness, it uses this and then some.
Yes, in Edge of Darkness, you're going to be running through a city trying to conquer and take over, and you'll be directly impacting the opponent. There's a lot more going on. It's a much more complicated game, but this is in a sense just the precursor to further games in the card crafting system.
Excellent. Well, Mystic Veil from AEG. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Sweet.
So I walked when I was done here last night. I walked over to Big Bar on 2, to get food, and like someone walked by and said like, "Is that Mystic Vale?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Can I play it?" And I was like, "Okay." So we had an impromptu demo while dinner.
Well, I mean, it's again that buzz that people are really looking to play this one.
Hope so. I mean, yes, obviously I want the game to do amazingly well, but I think this is a Dominion level beginning of a genre, so to speak.
It seems like Mystic Vale has gotten a lot of positive feedback, and it's neat that will probably, hopefully, enhance Edge of Darkness's performance.
And this is at Gen Con. We're going to be having a tournament, so the game is actually similar to like how Ascension would go. Like we pods of 4 and go and get that in.
Can I do Guild Hall too?
Yes.
Thank you. I like the Guild Hall. It's nice.
It's very nice. I like.
I like.
I know the truth.
I'm the
You just
king
don't
of the
wanna
castle.
stand up at this point.
No, I don't.
You're like,
sitting is good.
Thank you.
Is there anything for Guild Hall that's going to be out on the table?
Yes.
Okay.
I have an open one. Is that okay?
That's great.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I want to frame it.
Oh, okay, fair. This is a big box. Another.
Cool. Is that all 3 of them in there?
If you at your local store, if you buy these 3 at once, you get the box of holding. It comes with another box inside of it for the 4th one, but you can carry all 3 in it.
Very cool.
Plus, obviously, next expansion. So.
I guess you're about to explain this to everyone. So
Yeah, no,
I won't
it's fine.
slow you down.
It's fine. And let's coalition. Did I cover the name?
Yeah, I'll be fanboy drooling over this one for a little bit.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Those way over.
Sure.
Well,
yeah. Oh,
toward us.
Oh, that way.
Do you want to reveal this? Bring it out at the end?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look at you using that brain. I like it.
Bring them towards Eric a little bit. There you go.
Good.
And then we'll put out cards out here.
And so you obviously played.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of the first sets.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorites of that year. That was one of my favorite games to release. Made my top 100. It's definitely a favorite.
Doom tricks. Yep. Is in. And here's our icons that, in plain English, explain what everyone does.
Is this compatible with the old game?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Completely compatible.
Would you like these in an array anywhere?
And I guess we'll just put some sets out.
Yeah. Just about.
Wizard Shaman. Wizard.
Are these all new abilities, or some have been recycled from previous sets?
Both.
I guess I'll ask that question again in a second.
I think between the 60, I think all the ones from before, like I know that Dancers became the Cleric.
Okay.
I think so. They all have actually been reskinned, but they're all usable. Yeah. I think that's solid.
All right.
The set collection. Oh, let me get actually a full set. Wizard. Come on, Yellow Wizard.
Almost. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Thank you, 5.
Thank you, 5. All right. Let's get those.
I don't need the box.
Rolling. Rolling. This is AEG, and we're looking at the new Guild Hall Fantasy. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome back to Columbus for our Origin Summer preview. I'm Eric Summerer. We're looking at Guild Hall Fantasy. Now, Guild Hall, the original Guild Hall, one of my favorite games, especially that year that it came out. This is sort of a repackaging, reimagining of the concept,
Correct.
right?
Though it is completely compatible with the original. Any one of these can be used directly with the original.
Okay.
Abilities did change. Some were reutilized. The game itself is still collect a set. Make sure you can buy it. We call them books, so you can buy for the actions. The classes do different things based on that, but you can all shuffle them together to go.
Okay. Just the basic concept, if somebody hasn't played the original Guild Hall, we're collecting sets of these characters.
Right, from your hand. You can take 2 actions per turn. For example, if the yellow wizard was in my hand, I could play it. That would go over to here. I would resolve any of the ongoing effects from here. Since I had 4, I'd have all this and it's red. If for whatever reason you have trouble learning the actual icons, until then, we include cards that have it in plain English.
Oh, so these are fantasy
They're
characters.
referenced, yes.
That reference. So we've got the shaman. There is a shaman card there that explains in plain English with no icons what everything does.
So learning will be a little easier as a reference.
Okay.
And then if I played it, it would come here. I'd resolve its effects, and then as my next action, I could choose to complete the set, which is of the 5 colors, and then I would be able to buy one of the books. This one, for example, would allow me to take 3 from another guild. And it's a one-time effect, and that goes, you play up to 20 points.
So again, you play a card, and the more of those types that you have already, the more powerful the action becomes. But eventually, you have to bank those.
Correct.
Now you don't have them anymore.
Because you can't
have to
play the
start a
same
new set.
card. Yep.
Yes.
Another rule, you can't play the same class twice in one turn.
Also true.
So, and with that, you'll be going against other players by taking cards from their guild hall, putting them into your hand, or making them discard the discard pile itself. Some effects will let you scry through it, put it into play. So anything everywhere, you're going to be messing with your opponents directly.
So this multiple box concept, how does this work?
So the repackaging, this is the Fellowship is available here in June. Alliance comes out in July, and Coalition comes out in August.
Okay.
The reason that they're designed in this way is obviously compact. However, we do have Box of Holding, which is an exclusive for local retailers. And what it's designed for, there's an empty box in here, and with your local retailer, if you buy all 3, the retailer can give you this, and you fit directly in for carrying. So
Okay.
they all fit in.
Very cool. And this will release with the 3rd box?
Correct.
Okay. Excellent.
Through the local retailers and distributors. And it's only, to the best of my knowledge, it's only available through the brick and mortar store.
Okay. Dan from AEG and Guildhall Fantasy, thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm very excited about this one. Thanks for watching.
Good deal.
There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, it is completely compatible, which is awesome. So some of the abilities may be, refreshed, but for the most, like the Assassin Link doing the new.
And the concept is that, there's a sort of a leveling up concept. You've got the wizard in this box, that there's another magic user.
Right. So there's also the Spellblade in this one. Spellblade is one of my favorites, actually. I really like that class. Where is it? Oh, let me just move the card. This version. It's swap cards in your hand with another player's guild hall. So I could take 2 cards in my hand and put them into their guild hall, and I get their guild hall guys back. So it's a good way to stop a person from scoring when they're at 4. Good deal. Did you get to play this before, or?
I have not gotten to play the fantasy yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we showed it briefly at Gamma, so I know the concepts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also having played before.
But yeah, knowing the original game.
Mm-hmm. Good deal.
Very fun.
Thanks, guys, for the time.
Oh, you bet.
I appreciate it. I hope I handle. I know I'm not John Goodenough. I understand.
When you have a hand free, I'll grab your mic as well.
Okay. John Goodenough just literally looks like the nicest person in the universe. John Goodenough, Goody.
I haven't met him.
Oh, he's one of the project lead for AEG. Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's the company on the box?
Yeah, he was here a second ago. He must have left something.
Sam.
Sure, yeah. Talk to them.
All right, there's a little bit of a break here while we transition from AEG to Blue Orange games. That'll take a few minutes, and then we'll be back going again.
Wait, should I get this back over here then?
Z.
That's okay.
If you want to break the lens, point at me, by all means, point it at me.
Back off. How you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
Fine. You got anything interesting to say?
Probably not.
I would.
Whose shirt are you asking about for? Kate Lyles. Actually, we're about a little ahead of schedule. Z, because that one group didn't show up. We're actually a little ahead of schedule, I believe, aren't we? Katie Lyles, that was a gift from my wife, so I have no earthly clue where she got this shirt from. It's an awesome shirt. I love it. It's a great shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts, but I have no clue where she got it from. Wave at the camera. Wave at the camera, Derek.
I think he's over our heads.
Are you over our heads?
I'm gonna sit in here also, and I'll be on.
Oh, you want to sit in the middle?
No. Oh. 3Z, what? What is that Hunter? Hunter, is that you, Hunter? What does 3Z mean?
I have no idea.
If the expressions are we look like we're not enjoying ourselves, it's just we're very tired.
And we just came back from lunch not too long ago.
Which is adding to the tiredness. We all want to take naps now. We all have a great deal of food sitting in our gullets. He said that Family Showdown guy said it's a meme.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then again, I got these shows that are two people. Who is it with Wurfel reviews? It could be either one of you. I'm assuming it's Ilya, but I don't know who it is.
Tom thought he had a Dice Tower shirt for me, but he did not have his size because I am tall and fat.
Someone's asking about the Blue Orange demoing the boss. They are up very soon. They're up in about 20 minutes. So very shortly you'll hear about...
We're going to wait on them?
Oh, he's not here. So
Okay.
yes, we're going to wait.
His stuff's here, but he's not here.
I'll do it. I know the box.
So always here.
All right.
And his dad's got it too.
All right. She never watches. Got it.
Hello to Toronto, Canada.
Z, how is the Dome Bird? Sounds like a good rock band or something.
Yeah.
You should show them.
No, it's Pee.
Oh, it's a rock festival name. That's what it is.
Dome
Yeah.
Bird. This weekend, come down to the Dome Bird.
Z, what games did you play last night?
I got to play that Tyrants of the Underdark, and that was it, I think. Then I went and had a drink, and then I went to bed. I get tired. Yeah, it's the days are really long, so at night, I'll play a game or 2 games, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I want to go pass out.
I played the Networks with Tom, which Euro games are not my thing usually, so I liked it. So, you know, for a guy that doesn't do a lot of heavy Euros, I don't know how much weight that carries, but I thought it was fun. It's begging for a paste up though, because
it's fake shows, I assume.
Yeah,
okay, right.
And it's all great, but it's like it didn't. Oh, here, let me check on that. It's a lot worse today than it was yesterday.
Yeah, we've been here for 3 days, and I've only played 2 games. One of those twice.
Check the stream monitor. I still show that the stream is still synced. If I do this, let me see.
Z, what game has surprised you the most so far? Surprised me. Again, I haven't played that many games, and I haven't really been able to.
Yeah, we're still good.
Dig into the presentations that are here, you know, the booths and everything.
Question for Derek, what's your favorite game?
That's a hard question for me, and I know that the longer I hang with the Dice Tower guys, I need to have a more definitive answer. Right now, I'm saying it's One Night Ultimate Werewolf because it's probably the game I've played the most of that I enjoy the most. But I do know that that game has its haters, and I probably don't carry a lot of cred for saying so, but I love One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Okay, I got an answer. My biggest surprise, because it was not on my radar at all, and it looks really good, definitely want to play it, is Heir to the Pharaoh from Eagle Griffin.
The artwork on that one looks good.
Yeah, it's a 2-player game, looks neat.
Was that the one with the Nile River going down the middle of it? Okay.
That seems cool, and so I wasn't aware of it at all.
We could be playing a game right now, but at any moment, a publisher or Tom himself will walk through, and then we have to start working again.
We're working right now. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hey, what did you guys need over there?
Yes, is Tom a slave driver or what? No, Tom is not a slave driver. Tom takes very good care of us at these conventions.
Z is going to assist with Chaz's vlog. See, the cool thing about Chaz's vlog is you can take these videos in Chaz's vlog and you can kind of piece the whole weekend together.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 360 videos in Chaz's vlog, I think you can kind of get an entire timeline of what the Dice Tower's doing.
What is my favorite game? See, believe it or not, I love playing board games. School I taught at last year, I had a game club, and the kids that came. Of the games I've played, I like Ticket to Ride, but I also like trains. So that's why that's appealing to me. Probably Sheriff of Nottingham. I really like that. And that game is really awesome when you have a really great group to play. The better the group, the better Sheriff is.
Yeah, I have seen that Sheriff can fall flat with people that just aren't willing to kind of get out of the shell. And because let's face it, Sheriff is a game you don't.
What did I get for lunch? Yes. The penne pasta with the velour mushroom trio. The mushroom trio sauce. Okay, that was weird from Sam Healy off the side.
Yes, thank you for validating my choice of One Night Ultimate Werewolf. I do like some Meteor games. I'm new to it, and it's not also because, you know, I'm recently employed by Tom Bassett, but I'm really digging Cosmic Encounter. I actually brought it with me hoping to get maybe a game or 2 in tomorrow with some guys that are interested.
I've enjoyed playing Cosmic with Tom. I stink terribly at the game. I stink terribly. I get destroyed.
I just
every
love
time.
what that game does. I love that you kind of create the story. I don't know. I said I'm new to it. I found a deal on Cool Stuff a while back and got like a bunch of the expansions. So I've been late. I'm late to the party, but I do love Cosmic Encounter, or it's kind of what I'm into right now.
I found Sheriff is also good with high schoolers because of the in-your-face nature, believe it or not.
Yeah, in your face.
But I find high schoolers like just about any type of game where you get to stick it to another person.
Yeah, in your face. Stick it to it in your face. What are we talking about?
They were asking us our favorite games. Derek, do you enjoy working for the Dice Tower?
Live, baby.
Yes, I do. I can honestly say this is the most interesting.
No offense, but
No.
This
is the most interesting and.
That's Eric's word, and that usually means bad game.
No, this is the most interesting job I've ever had. I'm particularly. I mean, this is my first board game con, and so this has been a wonderful experience. And I don't know, it's sort of like, cause I've done like conferences and stuff for years, but like now it's a conference around something that I really care about. So it's kind of like, it's easy to go to work for me. So,
Z, what's your favorite game?
You're kidding.
Oh, is that a running gag
there's
on the
a
show?
video series they can go watch to find out, right?
That's true. If you want to know my favorite game and 99 other games I really, really like, go check out my top 100 games of all time, which is, I think I'm about halfway done now. I think half of them have gone up. Anyway, my favorite game used to be Pandemic, and it might or might not have changed.
Stay tuned.
It's over there.
Yeah.
I do want to see the Warcraft movie. I've heard conflicting reports, but I was a fan of the lore, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to do it when we get back.
I have seen it. If you're a fan of WoW and have played WoW and Warcraft and everything, you're gonna like it.
He keeps hyping me up on this thing and making me super jealous.
If you like fantasy,
Yeah, don't oversell it, man. It's gonna go and be like, this movie is garbage.
I did not say it was a spectacular film. I just said you will like it. If you're a fan of fantasy, I think you would enjoy it. If fantasy's not your thing, and especially if you know nothing about WoW, you're going to be completely lost.
Oh, wait, sorry, 1 sec. I have to keep a promise I made last night. Tiffany, baby, I love you.
I better be your wife.
Yes.
Okay.
I told her I'd give her a shout out. I haven't got to Skype with her at night because we've just been running
busy.
around. Yeah. So I said if I can't get Skype with her, I'll give her a shout out on the stream. So there we go.
Did it have to be a shout out like?
Someone asked if I have played Russian railroads. No, I have not.
I'm still not over the shout out. Go ahead. That was hilarious.
Speaking of wives, I think that's my wife.
Oh, dude. Oh, come on.
Oh, you got your guys' wittiness keeps us going. That's for sure. Even though we're not always on the chat, there's usually somebody watching, and you're very entertaining.
Yeah, we try to read everything. Not all of us, obviously, but someone's typically reading it. What is going on? Who is not here?
He was here and then he disappeared. We were to refine.
It's not his fault. We just schedule. He is scheduled when he's scheduled. What, is that your wife saying, I caught that?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is my wife watching this? Probably because she misses me.
Aww.
My wife,
darling.
I could probably tell my wife I'm online right now, but by the time she got it up and everything.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why.
She said she's got it on in the background. World
of Warcraft.
Yeah, because I haven't played World of Warcraft for.
Well, that's Kate asking me if I made it over to the Portal booth. I have not seen your husband yet. I wrote it on my phone to go see him. Now I'm gonna find it right now, and it says, "Say hi to Don at Portal." Is that what that says?
It does say that. Show you. You took it up to the camera real quick.
No, it's fine, but
it does
say hi
that.
to Don at Portal. I will do that. I just haven't been able to leave here yet.
When goes, my wife is watching this, so she doesn't have to talk to me.
Video game I played. I was playing some FTL the other day. It was kind of fun. Blowing my ship up several times. Have you ever played that?
What is FTL?
It stands for Faster Than Light. It's a roguelike ship tactical.
No, I've never played it. I think I've heard of it though. Will Thunderstone ever get reprinted? Yeah, that just kind of vanished, didn't it?
No, it didn't just vanish. It's been printed and reprinted and rethemed and printed again. I think it might be going through a cooling period, it's all.
Yeah. They went from having a huge presence to no presence.
I'm sure it's going to come back around because
I think
people are
at some
asking
point they'll
for
do
it.
some like special 5th or 10th anniversary or something.
But obviously,
Yeah, I don't know.
as far as that world of or that kind of game, I mean, Mystic Vale is obviously what they're focusing on right now. So. But I'm pretty sure they can hear people asking for it.
Z, have you played Zany Penguins?
I have not.
There's your answer.
That's just my headphones, but it's like the convention hall seems a lot louder.
Is Star Trek Ascendancy at Origins?
I do not know. I have not
Who's
had a
making
chance
that?
to walk the floor
I
yet.
don't think so. I would have seen it.
Who's making that?
I think so. Where is everybody?
Yeah, we don't know.
No, we're right here.
We're talking to the kids on the
We're
internet.
talking to the viewers, man. What are you doing, Samuel? Oh My Goods expansion? Is there an Oh My Goods expansion?
Well, yeah, they were here, and that's their stuff, Sam. That's their stuff right there, and then the guy disappeared.
Again, he did not What time is he scheduled for?
He disappeared.
Yeah, he went away. He said, "Are we off schedule?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I'll be back when my time's up." If he's late, then from now on he's late, but he wasn't late till his second one. That's all I'm saying. You know, the reason we schedule people is so that they are able to come when they're supposed to come.
Oh, the Gale Force 9s? No, there's nothing, at least not over there. We're over by Gale Force 9. There's nothing for
I think
Star
it's
Trek, I think.
here available. It might have a demo, you know. And someone asked if I prefer No Thanks or 6-Nimped. I prefer 6-Nimped.
Would you like a chair, Chaz?
What's going
Oh,
on?
no, my next interview is here. I wasn't on camera for 5
Not late.
minutes. I was starting to get a narcissism rash.
Go away, go away, go away.
I have a cream for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you get some later.
All right, I'm gonna go run and get this guy ready.
Let's go get set up. We'll be moving the camera now.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
That wasn't as bad as I thought.
Oh my goodness! Like the wing and the case and the hey right? And it was like, what? This is good. That's how
Yes, it's still live. As soon as Chaz is all mic'd up, I'll throw to him.
And your lanyard's rubbing up on the mic, so we might be hearing.
I don't need no lanyard.
Talking about it. I said PG. Well, that's what they said. At all times. Those are like the dorkiest PG-13 ever.
Thanks.
They
PG-13.
attempted to go for PG-13.
Yeah.
And failed. You guys tried to reach for the stars.
Or Icarus.
Sigma King.
Yeah, I was just making them. There's no king fun anymore. It's making.
It's pronounceable now. We can roll.
Yeah, six making.
Six making?
Six making.
Six making.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Six making.
Yeah. You know.
Yes. All right. So, and I'm going to do like a sound check first, pause, and then I'll introduce everything.
You do another clap montage?
Oh, I hope not. That was embarrassing.
I love it.
All right. This Orange with six making. Hey there. Welcome back to the Dice Towers coverage of Origins 2016. And today I am joined by Brandon from Blue Orange Games.
That's right.
And what we have here is six making.
That's it.
So show me how to make this work.
So, Six Making is our newest abstract strategy game. Just to get a little bit of history, we started out with Goblet 16 years ago. This is the next in that collection. It took 16 years. This is the next one. So Six Making is another two-player abstract strategy game.
Okay.
It uses some of the rules of chess, but it's an entirely different play experience.
Okay.
So basically, the idea, what you want to do in Six Making is you want to make a stack of 6 discs with your color on top.
Your color. Okay, so not all your color, just your color on top. That's what's important.
Right. Color is an interesting thing in this game.
Okay.
Because here, I'm just taking some of these pieces from you here. So, simple rules. On your turn, you either add a disc to the board. When you do that, it must be onto an empty space.
Okay.
Or you can move a disc already on the board. So let's add another disc, but let's from here.
Easy enough.
Or you can move a disc on the board. So either add a new one to the board or move one on the board. But when you move, you must perform a capture. So the pieces, this is where the chess rules come in now. So the pieces move differently based on how many discs are in the stack.
Ah, okay, so that's always going to be in flux. That's
Always in flux, yes, and a huge part of the strategy of this game. So when you add a disc to the board, it's going to be a pawn. Or this one's not exactly like a pawn, but it moves one space orthogonally away.
Okay.
When it's one disc.
Always orthogonally.
Always orthogonally, no diagonal captures.
Direction doesn't matter though, like a pawn can only go one. It's just...
Right, that's right.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, easy enough.
Once it has 2 discs, moves like a castle.
Okay.
Or a rook
Just
in chess.
straight lines.
Straight lines.
Okay.
3 discs moves like a knight.
Okay.
4 discs moves like a bishop. 5 like a queen. And 6 is what you're trying to do in this game. It's make a king. Game over, you win.
Instantaneously as soon as you get that.
Right, and whoever wins is the color on top. So in this case, brown would win the game, but if white was the top disc, even though the other 5 are brown, white has won the game.
Makes sense.
So the capturing is a very important part of this game.
When you move a piece, so you either add a piece to the board or move a piece. When you move a piece, you must perform a capture. You're not allowed to move elsewhere onto an empty space. You must move on top of another disc. And when you do it, you're going to move based on the number of discs in your pile.
Okay.
But here's the trick. So, I've got 3 discs in this stack. It would move like a knight.
Okay.
I could move all 3 of them, put them on there to have a stack of 4.
Easy enough.
However, you can also move part of the stack. And this is where a lot of the strategy comes in, because I could move 1, 2, or 3 of these discs. They'd still move like a knight. So I could, if I was brown, I might want to move this one away so that I've got my color on top of the stack here. It still moves like a knight, but now I'm left with 2 castles instead of 1 bishop with my opponent on top.
Now, did you say that Brown could have used their turn to have
Yes.
moved? So you can move the other opponent?
You can move, yeah, it's no ownership. The only thing that matters is you on top at the end.
Oh, no, okay.
So I can move your discs, you can move my discs.
Adds another little wrinkle to it.
Yes.
Okay. What about size? Can a disc size 1 capture a
Yes.
taller tower?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's it. You just keep going until you have a stack of 6. There's some more advanced rules if you like the game and want a little bit more. You can do like a more of a marathon thing where when you get to 6, you score a point. So anything else on the board stays there. The king tower is removed. You get a point, and you keep playing. So it's just a longer way. It's almost the exact same game, but just a little bit longer, more thinking ahead. And also, so this game came out, I believe it was in Romania, like a few years ago. And this was part of their promotional, I think it was a Essen promo.
Okay.
So we're just including it in the base game. These are 3 new types of pieces that have special rules that once you've got a feel for this game, you can add these in there.
Okay. What do the little hats do?
Okay, so the little hats are the hunchbacks. They are just like a single disc, except you cannot capture them. They must always be on top of their stack, no matter where they are. Straight, simple enough.
Yeah, the design of the piece, makes that very intuitive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. And then this one, it's a double piece. It's called the Giant. It just always moves as counts as 2. So it enters the board as a castle. If it captures 1 piece, now this is a knight. It's just a single disc that counts as 2 discs.
Okay.
And then this one's the most interesting one. This is the Milady piece. The Milady must be captured if she is visible. So in this case, I place the board here. On your turn, you would have to move something to capture this. And this one might be a better example. So you could either move this rook onto there, or you can move this knight onto there, but you must capture it. Now that it is captured, it's just a normal disc.
What if there's no legal move to capture it?
Then it's just a normal disc.
Okay.
So she hangs out until somebody can capture her.
Okay. Huh.
And then
That's really neat. It is the actual chess moves.
Yep.
It's just incorporated in this completely different way.
feels entirely different. And being able to control your opponent's pieces just makes it a totally different play experience.
Yeah, it is. It just takes that and just puts a completely different twist on it.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. So, what is is this available now?
So this one's coming out later this year, fall or winter. I don't have an exact deadline, but by the end of the year.
Later 2016.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, well that is really neat. That's 6 making, trying to get the tower 6 tall. Thanks, Brandon. And for more coverage of Origins 2016, keep watching the Dice Tower. Thanks.
There we go.
Neat.
1 down.
All right.
What's up with this countdown thing?
Huh?
This is a 6 minute. I thought I had 10 per.
Oh no, it's just to keep us knowing how much
You're kicking me out. Kicking me
At
out.
Gamma, we had a backlog of like the next 2 publishers waiting,
Yeah,
so we were.
If it runs out, we don't stop you.
But that was fun because on the live stream you could see them in the background. It was like, oh, who's coming next? Done.
It's mostly for us to know how long we've spent talking about something, or we can move on to asking you, oh, okay, so when does it come out? You know what I mean? Getting information out there past the explanation.
Yeah, it's almost more for us than anything else.
Yep.
At
Cool.
first, like during the first day, we didn't have it.
Yeah.
When we started running along without realizing it. We're like, okay, time to set up a timer.
Yep.
Smart.
You said this was not out yet, right?
Not out yet. Yeah.
Board's the lid of the box.
Yeah, the board's of the box. That's the thing we're doing with all of them. It's going to be a series. The Goblet was first. 6 making is next, and then we're going to bring in a game called Giges or Gigas or Gigas. It's Giges, but
It's another 2-player abstract strategy game. And I think we're planning on putting in another box like this. That's the idea, at least.
I was about to say they made a game about my wife.
And this is the one brought over from France. You have to line the cards, like the areas of Chicago that you're trying to. I've played this one. A friend of mine actually imported it from France, and we really enjoyed it. So cool. I think we talked about this one at Gamma.
We might have, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Deja vu. Do we need more cities laid out?
We could. Whatever is on camera is fine. It doesn't really matter how many.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we wanted to ask if you've got a place picked out.
I mean, it does matter how many, but I don't care.
Another one I ran into. I don't know how many we have. I should check that now.
But we did the Mongolian place with Keith last year, didn't we?
Keith does eat with us every year.
Yeah. But wasn't that here?
Like just here, No.
Well, last year we went to Mongolia. Maybe that was Jen.
No, we didn't go to Mongolia.
Must have been here.
Wherever we went, we went to my for a meal.
Yeah, that was there. Yeah. Devin's guy was there. Yeah, okay. We went there with Keith. Yeah, you walk up to the thing, they make it for you on the big table, right? Yeah, that's amazing. I was here last year.
All right.
That's when we ditched Jason and you ready?
We're ready when you are.
Okay. On the front camera. Rolling.
All right. This is The Boss by Blue Orange. Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Dice Towers coverage of Origins 2016. This time, I'm joined by Brandon from Blue Orange, who's going to tell us how to become the boss.
Indeed. So in the boss, there are a bunch of bosses. These are the important things in the game. This is what you do during setup. You're going to pick which bosses you play with, based on a number of players and your own personal preferences. There's a whole thing about it in the setup.
Okay.
Basically, you pick your bosses, and these guys are going to determine which city cards you play with in the game. They're all listed down here on the bottom. So these are the 4 city cards of New York. These are the 4 city cards of Boston, 3 of Kansas City, and 4 of Cincinnati.
Okay.
So we shuffle them all together, and I should note that there are other bosses as well. We are not playing with these guys, so we are removing their city cards from the deck.
So we have some variation possibilities too.
Yes, indeed. So once you got the cards you're playing with, you shuffle them all together, and you lay one face down for each city. You should not cover up the symbols there, just so you remember what's in each city. And then once you got that set up, you shuffle them all again, and you deal them out evenly between the players.
Okay, and Chicago doesn't get one?
Chicago doesn't get one. We'll talk about Chicago at the end. He's a special guy. He's the big boss.
Okay.
He changes throughout the game.
Okay.
So basically, once we got our cards, between us, we have all the information we need to know what these face-down cards are, because they're all listed here. The options are listed here.
So there's 4 black cards. Each one has this value, 1 red card, and so on.
Right.
Okay.
So if we were playing on the same team, we could just show each other the cards, and we would know what the face-down cards are. We're trying to figure out what these are.
We're trying to figure out what's left. So I have the 3 grays, so I know.
You know exactly what that is.
I know
it's
that's
that
the
guy.
X.
And yes, the banishment action.
All right.
It's a bad thing.
But you don't know that.
I don't know that. Okay. Right, exactly. So what we're going to do in our turn, you must reveal a card, and you're going to put it right below the boss, whose city it is.
Okay.
And that's going to give all of your opponents some more information about what this face-down card is. After you reveal a card, then you can decide if you want to take control of a city. The way you do that is by sending your gangsters to that city. These are all gangsters here, not this circle tile, but these are all gangsters here. You can add them to a city and then take it over. There's a rule there. You must always add more than the player controlling it. You must take control.
You must take majority over it. Okay.
Right. So you either show a card at the beginning of the turn, and then take control of a city if you want to. Okay. And we keep doing that until all the cards are revealed. So they're all down here, and then once they're all down there, we flip up the face down cards, and the player who has the control of each city will earn those as either points or penalties depending on what they are.
Okay, so like this has 1, 2, 3, and the penalty on it.
Right.
And I know the penalty's under there.
Right.
So I might want to play like the low ones or something so that you think, well, you know, it might be the 3.
They even throw 1 cube on there to make it seem like...
I kind of want that. Okay.
Of course, people might see past 1 cube as an obvious bluff, but now we're getting deep into the mind games of this.
There we go.
But yes, that is exactly what you're doing. Trying to, by revealing information and taking control of cities, bluff your opponents into thinking something else is going on. So, this guy's different. Chicago is the big boss.
Okay, how's that work?
He is just like the other cities. There is a rule that you have to be in another city before you can entertain the boss.
Okay.
But he scores very differently. So whoever has control of the big boss at the end of the round will score points for the bosses under his control. So in the beginning of the game, he's right in this position. And anybody to his, this is a left, I think, his left is under his control. As every round, he'll move 1 over, so he'll have more and more bosses, and he'll have a...
It's like he's growing in power, getting more cities. Okay.
Yes. So his payout is different than the other ones. His payout is based on the last cards revealed. So if I reveal a card and then you reveal 2 cards, he will get the payout of the last card you revealed divided by 2. So he has the sum of the cards revealed divided by 2.
So, and is it rounded like this would be 1 since it's rounded up?
No, the big boss always gets the bigger share.
That's why it's divided by 2. You're splitting it with the big boss.
You're splitting it with the big boss.
Okay, that makes total sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
And so as he grows,
so the next round,
if the brown cards were over here, now you'd have the 3, and
I'd get 1.
All right.
Sometimes he's got a huge payout, and again, depending on which bosses you play with, the payouts can be bigger. Like Detroit has a 4 payout.
Oh, okay.
And so if Detroit and New York are paying out 3 and 4, that's a pretty good win for Chicago.
How many players can this go up to?
So this is 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
2 to 4.
I imagine with the full complement of 4, you really start to get into some mind games with each other.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Indeed. You flip up a police card, and then once 3 of the same color police badge show, the game is over.
All right.
So that's to say it's 3 to 5 rounds.
Yeah,
depending on
3 to 5 rounds.
How the card reveals.
Okay, so you don't even know exactly when it's going to end.
Right. There's a lot of hidden information in this game.
So I guess when you're in the Mafia, for some reason, you got to stay on your toes.
Yes.
So, what's the timeline for the availability of the box?
So we have 50 early access copies here.
At Origins?
Yeah, Origins. So it's printed, it's final, the rest are slowly making their way over on a ship.
Cool.
So this month, next month, sometime real soon.
Cool, and definitely by Gen Con.
Definitely by Gen Con.
And before that.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
And for more coverage at Origins 2016, be sure to stay tuned for the Dice Tower. We'll talk to you again soon.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when like I said, a friend of mine imported a copy over from France, and I thought this one was just a neat, elegant little design.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So I make it face this way, I guess.
Yeah, because it's like someone standing here, they would see. Eric, could you move the box out of the way?
I could do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, yes.
Ooh.
Vikings.
Now, did you have this one ready at Gamma? Was this?
I had a very early prototype.
Yeah.
I did not take it out of the box. Because it wasn't even the real box. It was a 1901 with a piece of paper on it. But this is final.
Cool. It's so neat to see the evolution of the production from one show to the next.
It's got the button down.
Oh yes, the long boats.
Yeah, I think technically I think I messed up my copy, but nobody will know. Nobody will know. The internet doesn't listen right now.
No.
Yeah. We got a place.
And the internet is very forgiving too.
Oh, it's so forgiving.
I just want like one.
But I think technically I should have 7 of these and 8 of these, and I have the other. I think I swapped one. It doesn't really matter.
I'll find. Did you want to try to get one of these?
Okay.
These need to be lined up with
So these need to be lined up with the boats. Yes, thank you.
These work too.
Is it random, or are you doing?
It's random, but same clan can't be on the same ship in the beginning. During the game, they're going to be switching a lot. But right now, okay. Right. I guess we'll do a 4-player setup.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So that means I don't use 2 of each Viking. I'm just gonna put them on the shields instead.
Okay.
So.
Is that again random setup?
So you shake up, you get one of each color, shake them out, let them drop out randomly. That's how they fall, and then you basically mirror it. So this is in a 4-player game. You go A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A.
Okay.
And in a 2-player game, you go A, B, C, B, C, A, C, A, B.
Okay. Oh, because you'll need 3 for the. Okay.
And in a 2-player game, you go A, B, B, A, B, B, A. Okay, almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost. 5, 6, 7 goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goes here. Here, and then each player has a set of these, and I'll have one face up just in case I need it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is on camera or...
Let's stand it up there. Hey Z. Oh. Is the box in frame appropriately?
Yeah, enough. You don't need to do that. That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
So you do your clown.
The Vikings from Blue Orange. Rolling them both. Oh. You're making it worse. There you go.
I got it.
That's the stuff.
Oh, it's a Google stopwatch.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Google.
They've thought of everything. All right. Ahoy, and welcome back to the Dice Towers coverage of GAMA 2016. I'm joined again this time by Brandon from Blue Orange. Good to see you again.
Hi.
And we have here Vikings on board.
Yes.
So, take me through this. How do these Vikings get on board, and what are they doing with their stuff?
So, great question. The theme on this game is very light. I mean, we don't take theme too seriously. But so you are a clan of Vikings, and you're about to embark on the season of exploration.
Okay.
And you want to be on the ships that are best equipped for a successful voyage.
Of course, yeah, okay.
So all these different ships are divided into 3 parts. We have the front of the ship. This
Okay.
is where you're going to be placing your supply tokens. They're currently all in the warehouse, but eventually we'll be placing them on the fronts of ships.
Okay.
You have the middle of ships, and these
Okay.
are going to be in flux throughout the game. These are going to be changing a lot. This
Like
is the
from ship to ship
Ship to
change?
ship.
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
And these represent your clan. So the number of shields is
Mhm.
the strength of your clan on that ship.
Okay.
So each clan is in the beginning of the game has 2 ships of 1 shield, 2 ships of 2 shields, and 2 ships of 3 shields randomly over here.
Okay.
And your goal is to set sail with your clan control with the most shields on the ships with the best treasure.
Okay, so the treasure's going to come on,
Yeah.
and so you're going to want to swap out the shield so that you basically are the one in charge of that ship.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So, and it's a worker placement game.
Okay.
These little Viking tokens, very similar to the minis from our 1901 game. This is the same collection as that, so it's same weight, complexity, and similar feel and value from the components. So these are our Vikings. These are our workers. We are going to be placing them in front of villages to select different actions so
Okay.
that we can control the ships
And
that
these-
are best equipped.
Okay, and these are the villages over here?
Those are the villages.
Okay.
So each round, you're going to take your Vikings from one side of the board and move it to the other. That's the point of this little Viking leader token. He just lets us know, hey guys, you're going to this side of the board. Once we're
okay.
all on this side of the board, the round ends and we flip the
back.
Viking token and flip back.
Oh, okay.
So, turn order changes every round. Turn order is based from top down. So red's going to go first the first round, then this guy, then this guy, then this guy, down the line.
Okay.
Picking it up, choosing an action, taking that action, going down the line. So,
And you can go anywhere you want as
Anywhere-
long as it's on the opposite side.
on the opposite side and doesn't have a Viking there already.
Okay, so this guy might go next and go here,
Yes,
and this
exactly.
guy
Yep,
here,
yep,
and
yep.
so, okay.
And in theory, these are the weaker actions and these are the stronger actions
Ah.
because these ones will, if you choose these, you're going to go earlier next round. You're going to go later next round, so the payout is
Okay.
better over here.
That's why I went down here.
That's why you went down there. That's a perfect one. And actually, every time I play this game, I always make sure to tell people, always choose this action first. If you're not choosing this action, I don't know what's wrong with you. Play the game better. So,
Thank you.
this one's the most important one. This is set sail. This
Oh.
is how we make ships leave.
Okay.
So, the way it works is, let's just go down the line,
Yeah,
actually.
now that we've resolved all of our actions, tell me how it resolves.
Yeah. So they're kind of color coded. So we have these 4 right here, and these are how you're going to be moving the ships around.
Okay.
So again, these are the more powerful ones, the better actions, and the weaker ones. So let's start with the best.
Okay.
This one is a exchange, a swap action. You're going to take any 2 ship pieces you want. The fronts always stay where they are. They're attached to the harbor, but the body pieces are going to be what's moving around. So
Just like a real ship.
just like a real ship.
Okay, go on.
I'm not sure if these are supposed to be like represent the ships getting longer or I think they're supposed to represent the Vikings on board the ship.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, yeah, but okay. So you swap 2 pieces, and that's any 2 pieces you want. Doesn't matter where they are; they just swap places.
Okay.
You're probably going to want to move your clan onto a ship with treasure and move your opponent off of that ship.
Okay.
There might be better strategies than that, but that's the most straightforward one.
Okay, so that was this.
That's this one. Next down the line is move any ship. So that's just take any one ship you want, doesn't matter, and move it to the back of another.
Ah, so you're not swapping, you're actually moving that
Moving.
piece, making the ship longer.
Yeah, one ship gets longer, the other ship gets shorter.
Oh, okay.
Very similar to this is the move any one of your ships. So now you must pick your player color and move that ship to the back. So if I was blue, I could move any blue ship to the back of another. And again, probably I'd want to do that to take control of a ship with good treasure on it.
Anyone, as long as it was your color.
Your
Blue.
color.
Okay.
So this is anyone your color, this is anyone at all.
Okay.
And move any 2 at all. That's what the rainbow is on the little icon.
Okay.
There. And then the last one is pretty weak. All it does is move your ship to the front of the ship.
Okay.
And the reason that is because tiebreaker.
Ah.
If you have the same number of shields, so in this case, are all 3 blue, red, and yellow are tied with 3 shields, or 6 depending on which side you count. It's 3. They're all tied, but blue is furthest on the ship towards the front, so blue wins the tie.
Okay.
So blue's in first, red's in second, yellow's in third.
Okay. Now, are we eventually going to be moving this cargo from the actions, moving the cargo
Right.
onto the ships?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So there's 2 actions you can select each round that add cargo to the
Okay.
ship. And they're a little bit different. The first one over here is just take the top one, reveal it, and put it on whatever ship you want. Probably a ship you're controlling. That'd be my guess. This one's a little bit better. You're going to look at the top 3 of this one, pick one you want, and add it to the ship.
And I see there's 3 different goods, and so the 3 different goods score differently?
Right, the 3 different goods score differently. Another action you can take on your turn is to go to the marketplace. This will increase the value of one of the goods by a certain value.
So we're using this mechanism to change the orientation of the ships and get our goods on. Let's tell me how it ends.
Yes, I got to tell you one very important thing about setting sail. So the setting sail action, this is the one I recommend you always take first.
Yes.
The way you do that is you take an end piece here, you put it in front of you. Then at the end of the round, once we're all on the same side, you're going to choose a ship to set sail. You put it on the end of that ship, it embarks, and we figure out who has control of it. In this case, as I mentioned before, blue, red, and yellow are all tied, but blue is furthest in the front, so blue has first pick of its treasure. Blue will take the first pick and put it on his scoring shield face down. Red would be in second. If there was still treasure, red would pick it, but in this case, red is removed because there is no treasure for red. So that's how setting sail works. And there is one last way of scoring points from setting sail. So you can score points from the treasure. You can increase its value here. We went over that already. The other way you can score points is by gambling. So every player has 4 gambling tokens here, and we're doing a special deluxe version of these for the Gen Con release. Anybody who buys it there gets very nice barrels.
Cool.
And so you can place a bet on a color you think is going to win. So if I thought I was going to win this ship, I would put it on blue. And if I was right when it set sail, then I would score these points on my shield. And again, this is face down, secret information at the end. It reveals it's either 1, 2, or 3, or 4 points for the ships.
That makes sense. So even if someone else has the ship, you can still get some points.
You can still get the points. And an interesting thing happens in this game, because as the ships set sail, you might find yourself with no ships remaining, because once they're gone, they can no longer be manipulated anymore. And it's very possible that, like, if you tried to get too greedy on a ship just to own it, like, you could set all of your pieces off, and now green has no more shields. The only way for green to score points is to increase the value of the goods he won, or by gambling.
Okay, so you're not stuck necessarily.
Right, you're never stuck in this game.
Well, the production on this game is just fantastic with all these ship pieces and everything. Yeah, and the figures and everything.
Comes fully assembled too.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's a bonus right there, actually.
We spent a long time on that.
So with all of that work that's going into it, what is the timeline for its release?
This is our next Gen Con game. So we're doing one of these every year. New York 1901 was last year. This is the next one in that series. We're going to have, again, rushing in 200 just to hit the show. So it'll be 50 per day, Gen Con, and then probably the next 2 weeks, maybe a month after that, the rest will hit. Just like the boss here at Origins.
Excellent, cool. Well, yeah, this looks like it's just not only fun to play, but just fantastic to look at and everything.
It is.
So thank you for sharing it with me.
Thanks, Chaz.
Thanks. And for more coverage of Origins 2016, make sure to stay tuned to the Dice Tower. Talk to you again soon.
We did it.
Yay. Neat. Yeah.
All right, so that was Blue Orange Games. Next, we will be doing Stoneblade Games with something new for Ascension, and then I believe after that we will be having Capstone Games. Keep it PG. I don't know if Adrian Peterson games like this.
Hello. Is this all Dice Tower?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna get one of your.
Ribbons are over there, on the other side. Go back around. Derek.
Exactly like the guy said something.
Did Chaz say gamma? Well, that's okay. We've got plenty of footage of him saying origins.
Chaz. Mr. Marler, come here.
Apparently
Where are we? Where are we?
Earth?
Did I say Gen Con 2016?
You said gamma, I think.
That's okay. Thinking back in my memory, I can hear it being the wrong thing. So, oh well. Just dub it over
the
with.
internet is here to let us know.
To let us know. Just like dub over origins. Why don't you?
It's like your mouth is Origins Game Fair.
Oh, so Z's on doing interviews now?
Yeah, Z's doing Ascension.
Okay. I'm going to throw back to...
mid-July, but so we have it here for a preview and for sale.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll just do, I'll do a quick slate at the beginning, then I'll do a quick intro. You can give me the basics on Ascension itself as a line, and then tell me what's new in this one.
Sounds good.
Yeah, well, like we talked about, we'll keep it to 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This is the only one you're showing?
Yeah,
today?
I'll probably be less than 5, but we can try and fill as much as you want.
No, you're good, man. If it's shorter, I'm good.
Yeah, believe me, I am too.
Absolutely. We are ready. It's Stoneblade Entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Are you calling this Ascension 10?
Ascension X.
Ascension X.
The technical title is Ascension X: War of Shadows.
Got it. Okay, thank you guys. Here we go. This is Ascension X: War of Shadows from Stoneblade Entertainment. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our coverage of the Origins Summer Preview 2016. I'm here with Ian from Stoneblade Entertainment, and we are taking a look at Ascension X: War of Shadows, a brand new set.
Brand new.
In the Ascension line.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about Ascension itself first, just in case folks aren't familiar with Ascension, the deck building game, and then tell me what makes this new set what it is.
Well, Ascension is a deck building game, as you said. We've been around for quite a while. This is actually our 10th set, hence the X.
Okay,
we're
cool.
obviously incredibly proud of that we've been around for 10 sets and people still seem to love it. And then, so for this particular one, we have 2 new mechanics in this set.
All right.
If you kind of take a look at the board here, you can see that most Ascension sets, everything's all lined up nice and neat. In this one, we have dark and light. And on the cards themselves, you can see there's a dark icon or a light icon.
Gotcha.
And so what that's used for is there are cards like these two guys here that have kicker powers. So this guy's a night kicker power, this guy's a day kicker power. So depending on what the center row looks like, whether there's more day or more night, that determines whether it's day or night outside. So right now on this board there's 3 and 3, so it's nothing. However, if the board switched to this, cards that have a day power, when you play them, they would trigger. So this guy, for example, normally he just draws a card, but if it's day, you draw an additional card.
Okay.
So, but for this guy, for the Conjurer, if you play him, he draws a card, and if it's nighttime, you would get the banished card from your hand or discard pile. So to make it look like that, the board would have to look something like this.
Right.
So that's the one new mechanic. So a lot of extra triggers. There's also constructs that trigger whether if it becomes day or night during your turn.
Okay.
So during your turn, it can switch, and you'll get the power of that guy.
Sure, because as you buy cards, you'll replace
Exactly,
them.
they're always
and
getting switched out.
could trigger right then and there. Okay.
Exactly.
Very interesting.
And then the other new. So
Gotcha.
normally you just spend runes to buy heroes and constructs, and you spend power to fight monsters. Well, now heroes and constructs can have both costs, so you need to spend runes and power to acquire these cards. So there's some, there's some pretty big, beefy guys that you can find in this set that have some dual costs, and there's there's these guys that'll have. There's some ones depending on maybe it's day, maybe it's night. You might have some things happen, which is always really cool.
Gotcha.
There's this guy, for
Monsters.
example. So Legion says if all the cards in the center row are dark cards, you can just kill them for free.
Wow.
So there's one for each side as you.
So it's interesting because that's the kind of card that if it's out there, I might buy cards just to get them out of the way to hope to fill that.
That's
that's a game changer.
Yeah, that's one of the huge parts of this set is you are actually spending a lot of your turns trying to shift the board to make it so it works with the composition of your deck.
So it gives you a whole new level of reason to buy specific cards.
You really want to drill down, do I want to play all dark? Do I want to play all light? And if you can shift the board that way, you're going to get a lot of benefits. Now, just like anything else, it can whiff. And
Right,
you'll
you
come
don't
up-
know what you're getting,
Right,
yeah.
It's never
Yeah.
going to be a straight blank. And then you get big guys like this, 3 power, 6 runes, and he's a monster. If it's day, once a turn, gain 1 rune and 1 power for every mech construct you control. So
Okay.
just huge beefy guys like that. So there's it's very intricate in a lot of ways that with the shifting dynamic of how the center row works. You have to pay a little bit more attention sometimes. You can get to some really fun, cool, synergistic turns, especially if you build your deck the right ways.
Cool. Now let me ask you, when is this going to be available?
So this will be available in July. We
Okay.
do have it here at Origins in a very limited quantity if you want to stop by our booth 313 to pick it up. And
Okay.
then it'll be in full release in July. And it's, I'm super proud as a guy who does a lot of the production on it too. I'm super proud of how the box came out, how the art looks.
Yeah, it's a very attractive box, definitely. Now, can previous sets be combined with this?
Just like every other Ascension set, you can smash everything together and play it. It plays as a standalone. You can cherry pick cards to play it with a cube, however you want to do it. Make sure that
Very cool.
Your
Very
sets
cool.
are never out of touch.
Awesome. Ascension X, War of Shadows. Great talking to
Pleasure,
you,
my
man.
friend. Thank you.
Thanks for showing it to us. And thanks, folks, for tuning in. We'll see you real soon.
Take care. Bingo.
Sweet. Yeah, this actually looks amazing.
Yes, I'm a big fan. This is really awesome.
Yeah, that's
a new-
cool. I like that. I like that both of those things that are new are simple.
Yeah, it's
You know
really
what I mean?
simple, but when you're into it, you're playing your turn, you got 4 constructs, all these guys trigger on things being day. So if it switches during your turn,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah, it's like,
oh,
okay, cool, sweet.
This is about to get really cool, really quick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's awesome.
All right, so we're doing our 2-set configuration again to get caught up.
Yes, sir.
We don't miss any bits and pieces. And when we start up, I'll do just a sound single clap and say the name of the game and the publisher. Capstone?
Capstone.
Capstone. And Clay? Is that
Clay Ross, yes.
Clay, okay. And Arkwright. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll just.
So that's the timer, and then just kind of briefly cover it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the sound sync stuff. I'll pause.
Yeah.
They'll do the introduction, and then I'll kind of have you lead me through the general brush strokes of the game, the concepts and everything.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of see how the conversation goes from there. And about the 6-minute mark, doesn't have to be exact, but around or whenever we feel like we're done, we'll just wrap it up.
Okay, I'm totally down with that. This is going to be fine.
All right.
For what we're going to do.
Just let me know when you're.
I'm ready to go.
All right. Are we ready? Okay. Just let me know.
Okay. So I can get the other.
Is Derek ready? Are we good? All right.
Everybody recording? Can we shift both those banners over just a little bit? Yeah, come on. That's good. Go ahead, match them up. Okay, I can work with that.
Okay.
That good?
Okay, I'm rolling.
Okay. This is Arkwright from Capstone. Hey there! Welcome back to the Dice Towers coverage of Origins 2016. This time I am joined by Clay from Capstone, and we're going to take a look at Arkwright. And this one looks really nice and meaty, so show me how this works.
Yeah, so Arkwright takes place in the Industrial Revolution during England, and this is where the modern day factories were founded. And this is the typical case of where machines are taking humans' jobs. So,
as they do.
Yes, and that's kind of the role you're going to play. But at the end of the day, it's all about the shares that you have and being more profitable than your opponents.
Okay.
So each player has a factory mat with 4 different types of commodities that they can have.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
show.
absolutely.
Okay, so there's 4 different commodities to track here, and each player has one of these boards?
Yes, each player will begin, and you can choose which factories you want to open. You can go in all 4 markets, or specialize in a couple. So you have food, clothes, cutlery, and lamps.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is, and each factory has a technology level associated with it. So you start at level 1, and as time goes on during the Industrial Revolution, the technology level gets improved, and your output will go up, and
you become more efficient.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. But everybody starts at level 1, and you control the quality of your goods that you're manufacturing. You can do some distribution and advertising activities as well, and you also have different assembly lines where you can have various workers to make more product. So.
Okay.
And then the final thing you do in each factory is set the price. You get to determine what price you want to sell your goods for.
Okay.
Now, it would be nice to sell everything at $25, but reality is going to hit. But
do you have to find that sweet spot, that equilibrium between the pricing and the demand?
Exactly, because the demand is going to vary.
Okay.
And this is the job market, so where you can hire workers from. And as you hire more workers, they're in factories, they're working, they're pulling in income, so they're going to be looking to spend their money. And that's when the demand's going to increase. Okay?
Okay.
So how appealing your goods are is going to affect how the demand is distributed to the other players, among the players.
And while you're doing all of this, finding your equilibrium, all your opponents are doing the exact same thing with their goods to compete with you?
Yes, exactly. And so the more appealing your goods are, the demand is going to go to that person that's more appealing first, and then later on trickle down to, so if yellow opens up a food factory and has a lower appeal and yours is way up here, blue's going to get a lot of that demand served before yellow will. And blue might sell all of their goods
and yellow might not be able to sell every single one of their produced goods.
Okay.
So there's that nice balance that you mentioned. So everybody, in a nutshell, you get this. There's only 5 actions, but you get 6 base actions from hiring workers. You notice that the more you hire, the more expensive they become.
Because the job market decreases? And
yes.
So, okay, you don't have as many people out there looking for work, and so they can... Okay, so everything in here seems to have this nice counterbalance to it.
Oh, it's very smooth too. So people will, and these are your action markers, you will place your actions on your respective column here.
Oh, okay.
You have to pay royalty fees to do that action. So if I wanted to hire some people, I'll just pay $2 and then I can hire as many as I want. I pull from this market and put them on my factories.
Okay.
When workers get expensive, you might want to replace them with machines. So machines only cost $1 when your factory operates.
Okay.
And they have to replace a human. So that person's fired, and now this person is also fired. So, but it's good for you because your operation costs are way lower.
Oh yeah, I know. As the business owner, as the man, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. And so we have a quality increase and a distribution activity action that you can take, and it increases your quality, which will allow you to sell for a higher price. So that there's that. You can build more factories, and as I mentioned before, as time goes on, you can upgrade your factories to a level 2 or a level 3, or even the prestigious level 4, which is the best. So, and the final thing you can do is go to the stock market, and this is something I haven't mentioned yet. Everybody starts the game with 15 shares, and you have to sell, and they're valued at $10 each. You have to sell shares to get your starting capital to play the game. So most people sell between 5 and 10 shares. And then, so you'll get $10 per share.
Okay, so right off the gate, you have to sell off some of your company.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And throughout the game, you're going to be doing the factory actions, but you're also going to be increasing, your share value is going to go up as you sell goods in the market. And you want to buy back your shares as much as possible, because at the end of the day, your score is the number of shares you have bought back multiplied by the value of your shares, wherever your indicator is.
Now, as your company improves its value, is it harder and more and more expensive to buy back your shares?
Oh yeah, so you got to pay this price. Right now, Blue's paying $10 per share, where you're paying 21.
So you are working against the clock to get your own shares back,
exactly.
But also trying to keep them as expensive as possible to get the most points.
That is correct, yes. And there's a fine balance. Do I invest all my capital in my factories to make the best machines, or like make the best goods and sell them for a high price? Or do I buy all my shares early and get a lot of shares back, but I'm not going to have a lot of capital to invest in my factories?
It sounds like there are multiple approaches you can take.
I've played this game 12 times, the water frame version, which is the full version, and every time I'm still like trying to figure out how to manipulate the market in my favor. I'm getting pretty good at it, but it's so amazing how it all works when you're competing with everybody in there.
From your overview, it sounds fantastic how everything dovetails together.
Oh, it does.
I love that.
Yeah,
so,
I'm glad.
This is Arkwright. What's is this in production now, in distribution? Is it available? What's the availability timeline of this?
Yeah, so we did pre-orders back in March and through April.
Okay.
Those have been fulfilled. The production copies were received in May, and it's going to hit retail stores June 20th, which is Monday.
Oh,
so,
just next week.
Yes, right
Excellent.
after the show. We have a booth here, and it's been doing very well. Been running around like crazy, but
that's great.
It's been an awesome time, and the reception has been phenomenal. So
Cool.
I'm very excited about it.
Well, thank you, Clay.
Thank you, Chaz.
I'm looking forward to digging in and kind of unearthing more and more details about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the meantime, thank you for watching our coverage of Origins 2016, and we'll talk to you again soon. Again.
Gamma? Oh, you say Gamma?
I think I said Gamma last time.
Thanks for getting me in, guys. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad we could. I'm glad we could. Oh, and hey, too. I, of course, can be reached at the Dice Tower, but here's my contact info through my channel and stuff, too. So keep in touch and let me know if there's anything I can do for you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no, because really, the elegance of this game, I've heard the game mentioned. I've never...
Presenting another one, or are you?
No, that can be
okay. Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to you guys.
I've heard Arkwright come up in conversation, but I haven't had a chance to dig into its details yet.
Yeah, it's very elegant.
Yes. There's this.
This man right here might like it. I think it might be up your alley.
Which one?
Arkwright.
This game? Really?
No, I haven't. You seem like a Euro guy based on your reviews.
I do? Was that lost humor? Is that what that was?
I don't know.
Humor lost on me?
I'll go meet you guys tomorrow.
So I have
It's-
to go over to the portal booth for a while. So are you okay? Continue on.
To go over to the portal booth?
I gotta go. Rolling Dice Taking Names is having an event over there at 4. I gotta go meet you guys for it.
How many people do you work for?
Oh, no, I just want to film the vlog and stuff.
How many people? No, it's fine, dude. Go.
Yeah, make your dog see that.
Crap. All right, you mic'd up? I'm mic'd up. I'm mic'd. You're mic'd. We're all mic'd for mics.
You guys are live.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, remind me of your first name again. I'm sorry.
Talking to this camera here.
Talking to that
I'm
camera.
talking to this camera here.
And that
Just say
one's
it's not
pointing-
looking at me. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Garrett Herder, like a sheep herder.
I'm just gonna stick with Garrett.
Garrett's good.
All right. Okay, Garrett, and this one
Miskatonic
is
School for
Miskatonic
Boys.
School for Boys. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna slate first, so clap, say the name so we can find our audio later, and then I'll do an intro and we're off. Okay?
Are you ready? Let me get this, and I'll get this, and I'll get that.
This is Game Salute.
Nope. Fun to 11.
211. Here we go. Everybody good? Miskatonic School for Boys, Fun to 11 publisher. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our coverage of the Origins Summer Preview 2016. I'm here with Garrett, and we are taking a look at Miskatonic School for Boys, obviously prototype coming out from Fun to 11. And what is going on in this game? Tell me a little bit about it. By the way, this man right here, designer of the game.
Yes. Miskatonic School for Boys is a reverse deduction game. In a normal deduction game, you're trying to figure out who someone is. In this, you don't know who you are. So you're trying to figure out who am I.
Okay, got it. Very wow. That's a deep game. That's psychologically complex.
Right, and it has a great social element to it as well. So you're going to be taking over a student in the class, and you don't know who you are. And so we're going to end up having these cards here that are identical to all the decks in the game. This is a setup for 4 players. The game plays 3 to 6.
Okay.
And we would put these face down to everybody, and then they would put them in their little card here.
So you yourself don't see it.
So
is the
they don't
idea.
see what it is.
Right. So let me see who. Give me someone, and I'm not going to look at it. Let's see what I got here.
And then Z, you would not know who you are
Yeah,
here.
I'm not going to look.
All right.
All right.
And then depending on the number of players, we'll put a couple students out in the class so everybody else can see them. So you also have a deck that's identical to this deck in your
Okay,
hand.
all right.
So you can see right away that you're not this person, or this person, or these two. So you go through your deck and say, I'm not this person, whatever's out there. So you're already kind of dwindling down what is there.
Got it.
Now on your turn, you're going to ask somebody about yourself. And on every card here, you see that there's traits. So you're either going to be stupid or ignorant.
Okay.
You're going to be reckless or spineless, sheepish or stubborn, or you're paranoid or oblivious.
Okay.
So you're one or the other. So you're going to look to someone, you're going to ask them, so am I stupid?
Okay.
They'll look at your card and they'll tell you if you're stupid or not.
Am I stupid?
Well, here's the thing. There's one more aspect to this game that I didn't say yet, is that there's these hidden trait cards.
Okay.
And there's always one more card than the amount of players, but 2 of them are always dishonest.
Oh boy.
And 3 of the other ones will be truthful. So these are actually dealt out at the beginning, face down. Everybody would get one, and one would be in the middle of the table, and you can peek at your own card.
Got it.
So if it's truthful, you wouldn't tell anybody. You always have to tell the truth if you're asked that question.
Gotcha. So truthful. There we go.
Right?
Boom. Uh-huh.
But if you're dishonest, you may lie. You don't have to, but you may lie. So if somebody asked you, am I stupid? You could look and you can lie to them. And if you're lying to them, everyone else around the table also knows you're lying because they can see their card.
Sure, right. So they know from now on,
Yes.
I'm able to lie.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. You could tell the truth and then later lie to somebody else, or you could just not lie at all. I mean, it's up to you.
Right, right.
Now, so there's this aspect of, you got to read the person who you're asking, but you're also kind of reading other people around the table to see how they respond.
react,
Yeah.
right.
Now you could call them out. You could say, I don't believe you, and you can poll the group, but you're gonna have to put some of your points out on the table, your grade points. And if you catch them in a lie, they're gonna lose some points.
Okay.
But if they're truthful, but if they're telling the truth and you accuse them, you're gonna have to give them those points.
Gotcha.
So there's that aspect of that real social aspect in the game too. So
what's the trigger for winning the game? How do you win this game?
So when you are ready to, you believe you know who you are. You're going to take the character you think you are, and you're going to put them at the first guess here.
Got it.
And kind of like in any test in a school, when someone turns their test in early and everyone else is like, they're done already, how can that be? It gives a little pressure to everybody else. So if they don't guess at the end of their turn, they're going to lose a point every time it
From
comes
now
around.
on. Okay, I see.
So there's a little bit of a pressure that goes in. So everybody would then make their guess. Once everybody has made their guesses, you'll turn them over and see if you're right. And there's lots of laughter going on. You find out who lied to me. What did you do? You get your grade according to if you're right or wrong. If you're wrong, you're gonna get an F. If you're right, you'll get the right grade.
Gotcha.
So
you're taking some points throughout the game, and then you get the letter grade at the end, which is points as well.
Yep.
Now I see at the top of the cards here, there's a word crossed out that says trigger word.
Yes.
Do not say.
Yes.
What is that about?
So that's great because that will help the person that you're asking. So you can never ask them that word. Like this person here says, trigger word, do not say stubborn. So if you say, am I stupid? They know in their deck that stupid is not one of those cards.
Okay.
With the trigger word crossed out. So asking somebody gives them a little bit of information too.
I see.
Which adds to that whole deduction aspect of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very
so,
cool. How long is the game play about?
Half hour to 45 minutes. You can play 1, 2, or 3 rounds, which would be a day each.
Okay.
And at the end, whoever has the most grade points is the winner.
Very cool. When is this coming out?
It was just kickstarted a couple months ago.
Okay.
And Fun to 11 has always been on time or early with getting their games out.
Cool.
And it's scheduled for November for Kickstarter backers. It should be out by the end of the year.
Okay, and it looks to be on track to deliver on time or early then?
On time or early. Right now it looks like early, but at least on time, yeah.
Very cool. Miskatonic School for Boys. Thanks for showing it to me.
All right, great. Thank
you. All right,
you.
folks. Check that one out, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you real soon. Boom! Just got in.
Very cool. You're great. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, we've done them a few times today, so.
How much transition time do we have now?
Oh, we're good. We're good. You
Okay.
can put this away and set up the other one. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, when Tom played, we didn't have the trigger. That was actually
Oh,
Brandon.
it's
I'll
a
give
new
Brandon
thing.
at Fun to 11. He came up with that. I think it's
that's neat.
pretty brilliant. Yeah, I like it.
Is this the lid? Yes.
This is the size box it's going in. I don't.
Wow, it's gonna
everything's
be-
sleeved, but I don't know how they're going to get everything.
Whoa,
I like
yeah.
it when a game is packed, but wow, this is packed.
Sure looks like it. What about those cards?
I know. I don't know how they got it all in here, but
Awesome. There you go. Put that aside, and I'll let you set that bad boy up.
so again, we're here,
Hollow
right?
cell. This is a prototype right now as well?
Nope, this is final for sale here. There's a limited amount here. In distribution and online.
Okay. This is a co-op?
Nope. It's in an arena battle type of game.
Okay.
Fighting each other.
Okay, that works for me. That's enough to give me something to say at the beginning.
Yes. These are extra cards. I'm going to put those out. Well, wonder if I should deal everything out to start, or maybe
I got
I
a
should.
hand
Maybe
going
I'll
or
get,
something. I don't know
yeah.
if there's hands, but I assume you can do
Let's
some of that.
Put it out for, let's say, a
Okay.
4-player game. Plays 2 to 6. So let's do something like that. Okay. That's pretty good. I think if I'm going to, let's keep that here. Give me some good cards to show here. Let's say this. That would be good. I've got to show a grenade card. Let's do that.
Good?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're good, everybody? All right, here we go. This is Hollow Cell Lock and Load Publishing. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Columbus, Ohio, where we're covering the Origins Summer Preview 2016. I am sitting here with Garrett, who is the designer of Hollow Cell, coming out from Lock and Load Publishing, and he's going to be giving us a little bit of a look at this arena combat style game. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Cool. Walk me through this a little bit.
Okay, Hollow Cell is a game in which you're battling each other in an arena. Each player is going to control 3 warriors in the deck. There's 18 warrior cards in the game.
Okay.
You'll be dealt 3 warrior cards, then you're going to choose the order you're going to play them in. So you're only going to play one at a time. And then if one gets eliminated, you'll just turn the next one over for the next guy. Your goal of the game is to make 3 kill shots. So really, Hollow Cell is a first-person shooter video game in a box with cards and dice.
Okay.
So my goal is to try to kill 3 warriors. Now that means if someone else dwindled you down to very little health, but I come in and eliminate you, I get the victory point for that.
Gotcha.
I'll get your body for the point.
Okay.
First one to 3 points wins, or if one player runs out of all 3 characters, the game ends and the one who has the most kills will then win.
All right.
So on your turn, you'll be able to discard cards and draw cards. You will, let me back up here. We also have these charge cards that you're going to put in depending on the number of players in the game. It plays 2 to 6, so we've got it set up here for 4 players, so you'll put 7 charge cards here and the rest will go out. So whenever I use a weapon of some sort that needs a charge, it has to be available in the cache. So on my turn, I could equip my character, which would go next to my warrior like this. There's these little plugs all around your warrior.
Oh, I see that, right. It kind of tells you the positioning and color where things go.
Right, so like on this warrior, if we were to equip him with a weapon, it would go there. It needs at least 1 charge to go to arm it. And then on his turn, he could use that. And every weapon has a special, unique ability to it. So he could use that to fight and shoot somebody, target somebody and shoot them.
Okay.
He could put on a night vision goggles, which has an ability for him on that plug above. Or he could use hollow cell cards, and that's a special card, the hollow cell. Everybody has a weapon on them all the time.
Okay.
So even if you don't have a weapon armed, you can still use hollow cells as long as you have a charge available.
Gotcha.
And they can be combined. If you had 3 hollow cells, you could play them all at the same time, take 3 charges to use, so you can roll 3 dice to attack somebody.
Okay, so the dice. How do we fight?
So if I choose to attack somebody, let's say he's going to use 3 hollow cells. He's going to say, I'm going to attack with 3 hollow cells at me. Then I can use any cards in my hand that have a green die in the bottom with a number on it. I can say, I'm going to drop these items that I have or whatever I'm carrying, or run from that location to defend myself, to take cover.
Okay.
So if I drop these 2, it'd be 2 and 2 is 4 defense dice. And then we would roll, and a 5 and 6 would hit, or a 3 and 4 is a graze. 2 grazes is a hit. And for me, a 6 is a hit, or is a defense against a hit. Only a 6. But a focus, if I have a 4 or 5 and there's a focus ability on there, that would go into effect. That's a helpful way to defend yourself.
Okay, gotcha.
If someone's ever hit, for each hit you draw a wound card, and it's secret. Only you get to see it, and it could be a 0, so you got scratched. Could be up to a 3, a 1, 2, or 3. As soon as someone reaches 5 hits, they're eliminated. If I
So
kill
it's that character that dies, right?
Yep, that character. So if I killed him, I would take his card for a point.
Right.
I would rob his corpse on the ground, take all the cards he has in my hand. This would go back here, and then he'll turn over his next one. His hand of cards goes away, and he'll draw 5 new cards, so he's not out of the game. He's just got the new character.
Okay.
Every character has a unique ability too, so they're all unique. And the goal is to get 3 guys.
Okay, great.
Yep,
Now I'm seeing also out here some blue dice.
Yes.
What are those for?
There are some cards that allow you to do a grenade. There's a grenade die. If you played a concussion grenade, you could throw the grenade at somebody. 5 or 6 is a hit. Anything under that is a miss. And I choose who I roll it at. If I rolled it at you, see if it hits, boom, hit you. But if I didn't hit you, it hasn't gone off yet. So you can throw it at somebody else. You can throw it back at me if you want.
Okay.
So it's kind of a hot potato until it actually goes off, and it could come back to hurt me.
Gotcha.
There's a ration card you could play that to help you to get rid of wounds. If you have to roll to see if it actually works, but if you roll a 1, that ration was irradiated, and you actually take a wound on a 1.
Okay.
So there's a risk there. The only other special cards in the game are the sudden events. So whenever someone draws a sudden event, the game freezes, and you draw a sudden event for something to happen.
Okay.
And there's special rules about that, and there's a whole ton of these in there, and they're all different.
So it's
all
like an
different
overall
things.
effect, basically,
Yes,
that you've triggered by drawing a card that did so.
Right. There's like this alien race called the hedonics, hedonistic race that loves this, what we're doing here, but they'll interact with you through this deck. And they'll make things they'll spice things up a bit.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so great.
Very cool.
Right.
So, Hollow Cell, when is this going to be available?
It's here now at Origins.
Okay.
And on the website for Lock and Load Publishing, it is on pre-order and should be in stores very soon.
All right, very cool. Hollow Cell. Thanks for showing it to me.
Great.
Appreciate it. There you go, everybody. Hollow Cell, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you real soon.
Gotta go fast. That was great.
Yeah, it's good. It gives people the idea. It doesn't discuss every rule either, and I think that's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks.
awesome. And don't let me forget to take
The
that mic
right.
off of you. Yeah.
Especially if I go in the restroom and.
Well, if you walk away from here, it'll stop transmitting. But
Okay.
then we're going to be hurting for a microphone.
We're live again.
Hey everybody, it's Derek and Matt in the chat booth. All the interesting people are off doing much more interesting things. So you have us.
Yeah, you stuck with us, sorry. So if the schedule is correct, that was just I believe Fun to 11. According to the schedule, next up is Mayday, followed by Ninja Division, and going from there. Derek is from Colorado originally. They were asking where you were from. He's from Colorado
I'm
originally.
born and raised in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I was a audiovisual technician. And I'm an audio engineer, professional audio engineer. What are you studying? Well, Tom is kind of one who set me up with my editing rig. And Tom wants me to use Final Cut Pro 10, which was, I knew Final Cut Pro, so the last time I used it was back in 2007. And I was surprised at just how much Pro 10 is different than Final Cut Pro circa 2007. I don't like to talk technical gear too much. That's kind of like my pet peeve in the industry, is those guys that enjoy talking over people's heads. So I don't do that. Plus, I always hate running the risk of like maybe saying something that I might, of making a mistake. So trying to sound like an expert and then sounding like an idiot. Yeah, if I had a personal choice, I would go for Premiere as well, because it's the one I'm a little bit more familiar with. But Final Cut Pro 10 has been fine. A run through of the jam. What does that mean?
I have no clue. Oh, I think the guy who was here previously handed a jar of something to Eric.
Oh. Thank you, Sam. I hope you're being sincere. You can never tell with the internet.
He hand you.
Oh yes, schedule's right here.
Sorry?
And we are live.
Yeah, but that was penciled in. It's quite possible they forgot or.
And we're a little ahead of schedule right now, I believe.
Ahead of
Is
schedule?
the internet having a good day?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that, internet? The warm, compassionate human being that is Eric Michael Summer wants to know if you are having a good day.
Sorry.
Isn't that jar?
They just saw us get honey.
Nothing you need to
The
know
internet
about.
knows we got honey.
Well, they do? Now they'll tell Tom.
Man, don't. All right, guys, don't tell Tom we got honey, okay? Because we don't want him to know. Because the honey's ours.
Oh, they're saying they're
Oh
having
yes,
a good day.
they are having. See, it's good. I'm glad that you're having a good day. I'm having a good day.
I believe Tom, Sam, Z, and I believe you as well have that Kickstarter dinner tonight.
We do. I'm not sure. We might be going to like a Mongolian barbecue type place.
Oh, I love that place.
I think that's the plan. I get to play some One Night Werewolf. Nice. Rotate the camera.
They want to
like
see
in a
us while we're
circle.
talking.
Don't tell Tom.
No, we got somebody
Marianne,
here.
don't tell Tom.
Who is that? Who are they from?
Ninja Division.
Ninja Division.
We're gonna do some wrestling dice.
So Ninja
Luchador
Division
dice.
is here. They're getting them set up. So we're going to leave the camera where it is and get started with another video in a second. Recording another video in another company. I know honey is good. I personally don't like honey.
All right, we've got Ninja Division on deck, so I'm gonna throw audio over there.
Delicious. Bam
So,
bam and
when you guys
fuego.
gonna start, I brought Kodinka back over.
Kadinka?
Yeah.
We're picking that up too. So,
yeah. Well, I saw that your logo was on the box already. So when are you guys going to be starting to distribute that here?
That should be really soon. We just got a bucket load of stuff from our printers, so I'm thinking that's going to hit the waves here in no time.
Cool.
My sales guys are really, really good at keeping on top of my schedules. I'm working on just making models and being goofy right now. So that division of labor is very strange at the moment. Cool. Let's see. You need adequate awesome dice to fight with.
The Torment of Death?
Yes, the Torment of Death.
All right.
Hold on, I have to find my guy. Okay, we got our pinning dice. Got our special move dice.
Now, David was telling me something about how you can flip this and it becomes an MMA ring. Or something like that.
Okay, now, I gotta practice this. I'm not terribly good at this. All right, this is like this. And I want to say the whole thing just goes, wait for it.
Like that?
I think that gets pushed down like that. Now it's a cage match.
That is cool.
And then your dice don't fall out nearly as easy. So
Yeah,
that's
cool.
also a huge plus.
Very cool.
No!
Almost. Now we have to undo what we've done.
But I will save that for something flashy. We can do that in a second.
Okay.
Make that kind of fun. Okay, and hold on. Let me make sure everything is ready to go. Are we doing 2 segments?
Yeah, we'll do 2 different ones. We'll do one for Luchador, and then we'll do another one for that one.
Okay, so I want to make sure that's all
Yeah, just make sure it's off camera.
out of sight, out of mind.
Are we off camera on that one with the... Okay. All right.
Poop.
What are you looking for?
Well, they come in these cool like card cutout belts. You can win a belt.
Oh,
that's
I
frozen.
gotcha.
And that's back at the table. But
All
you know
right.
what? I think we're gonna survive a game. Give me 3 seconds.
Sure.
Run through. Combination punch. And these guys. This is a pinning dice. And double triple check on these guys. So damage. Okay, I'm gonna make triple sure that I have my order of operations. Because last time I played this, I had a lot of beer in me. So
sure.
Okay, those are the action dice. And the second set of fight dice. That's what I need. Okay. Okay. Blue is you. Red is me. Okay, so just to run you quickly through. You know, I'd forget my head if it wasn't like glued onto my head. Boop.
Starts at 21, I imagine?
Yeah, it starts at the top. All right. So real quick, these are fight dice.
Mm-hmm.
When we get into fight, it's opposed dice. They crash into the ring. Whatever falls out, falls out. And then the opposed is basically just a quick matching system, right? So any of these count as a miss. Dice are ejected. Any of these guys count as a hit. Hold on. That's a hit. This is a block, which is basically a push. So you're allowed to use a block to cancel a hit.
Mm-hmm.
A counter, that's a counter, excuse me, turns somebody else's punch into one of your punches.
Okay.
And then a pin allows you to attempt a pinning maneuver if you've passed the threshold for pinning the guy. And I'll talk about all that stuff.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, well, what I'll do is I'll do that thing just shut off. Are you guys ready over there? Ready. I'll do a clap, a logistical intro for us when we're editing, and then an actual intro.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Where our video is here.
Nice.
And the timer's going to be right there, but it went black.
Okay. We all running? Okay, everybody's good? Everybody's good? All right. This is Luchador from Ninja Division. I don't have your name.
John.
John. Get off me, fly. Hey folks, welcome back to our Origins 2016 Summer Preview Series. This is the Dice Tower. I'm Sam Healy. This is John from Ninja Division, and he's going to walk us through Luchador.
We are very excited for Luchador. This is a great game from Backspinel Games. Ninja Division is publishing
Yes.
this product.
Cool.
And this is a matched arena 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 wrestling battle dice game featuring Luchador characters, which are a lot of super fun. And today, in our
cool.
example, we wanted to show off a quick fight between your horrendous ball of meat, which is La Tormenta Muerta.
La Tormenta Muerta.
And I will be playing as Bam Bam and Fuego. Oh! Okay, so in Luchador, you have a fistful of combat dice, and in your turn,
fistful of combat dice.
We take our fistful of combat dice and we're going to roll them in the ring. Now, whatever bounces out of the ring does not count. You have to keep them in the ring, but we roll at the same time. Ready?
Set.
1,
go.
2, 3, go! Okay, so we lost a couple dice. Now, in this game, our guys are punching and grappling, wrestling, and doing all the things, but we're going to go ahead and do a little dice marrying and matching. Now, some of your dice, for example, like these guys, don't count as anything. Those dice go away.
Okay.
Some of these dice count as a block, so your hit right there, and my guy blocks you there, removing this hit, leaving a block and a pin maneuver. Now, this is basically us doing circles, fighting, jabbing, looking for an advantage, but nothing has come up. We're going to go ahead and throw another round, so go ahead and get your 4 dice.
Okay.
And then we're going to go ahead and do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As my Inverego gets closer to you. Boom. Now things get a little closer. This guy goes out. Psh, that guy goes out. Psh. You are coming rock solid. 2 hits coming at me. I'm going to try to counter that, whoosh, turning that into a hit, making that dice go away.
Yay.
I got a second hit, and I got a block. I got 2 hits on your guy, and your pinning maneuver is not yet ready. Now, let's take a look at components real quick to talk about how this game flows. Something just happened. Now,
I have no idea.
Every character has a character write-up card with a couple of super epic special maneuvers. As well as a strengths and weaknesses and simple combat actions and combos that he can then trade in. Now, if I score 3 of any hit against your character, I'm allowed to pitch some of the dreaded special move dice, which could be anything crazy like the Flame Strike, the Hot Foot, or the Rain of Fire, dealing damage to your character with explicit instructions is exactly what it is I'm doing to your poor wrestler. Now, we all keep track of the amount of hit points that your guys are taking as they take damage. Now, my 2 hits have come in. I'm going to take 2 of our hit dice, and I'm going to go ahead and throw them. And according to those little markers right there, I did a backhanded chop and a drop kick. Boom! And so you're going to take 2 points of damage, knocking you from 21 down to 19. Now, if you guys look at the card, there's a couple of things going on here. Once you hit 14, your guy is now starting to breathe a little heavier. He is now ready to be pinned. So, in addition to combat strikes, punches, blocks, and all the fun things, oh, by the way, including a table slam and a chair smash, you can actually trade in your dice for pinning dice. And then you can attempt to pin one of your guys. And that has a bunch of different things that your character can do. Again, adding in combinations, doing some fun things. But it's how you take a wrestler out of the game. You either knock him all the way down to KO, or you pin him when he is in his orange and his red state for lower things. And that is a wrestling game at Luchador. Now, there is a special feature for when you are playing, because you are also playing for the vaunted belt in the Iron Arena.
Discount double check.
Discount double. Oh, we're in Gamer Small. And all this stuff comes out. And then we take our beautiful Viva La Luchador ring and we flip it and turn it into cage match.
MMA.
And now we can drop our new fighters in there and we're going to do it again. And dice go flying. And it all happens and it's exciting and wonderful and they bounce around in there and we love it. So this is Luchador. It's a beautiful game, guys. It picks up, learn how to play it in 2 or 3 seconds. You scream, you yell, you do flying back kicks. You do for things like Rain of Fire where Bam Bam spirits towards the rope, springboards back off and executes a high back landing flip on his opponent's shoulders. His crushing weight flattens his prey like a bug and grabs the microphone and yells, boom, bam, bam. So anyway, we have a good time with this.
Yes.
The box comes with enough pieces and parts for 4 people to come in and play. You can roll tag team. You can do a different play options.
Cool.
And it gives you, I think, something like 8 wrestlers to futz around with.
Okay.
So
you get 8 of these guys.
You get 8 of those guys with different skills and cool things to play with.
Or gals, rather.
Or gals, correct. As well as enough combat dice and everything you need to roll. And that is La Luchador.
That is very cool. All right, so how long does one match take about?
About 3 churros.
3 shows.
Churros.
Churros.
No,
Eating?
A
So
match.
you can eat and play at the same time?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
No, a match of Luchador is about a 25 to 30 minute round.
Okay.
So 2 guys can sit down and play, pitch dice, scream and yell, blow the guys to pieces. I usually end up playing with these and throwing them around. Off the springboard! You know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's about a 30-minute play time.
So it takes about 10 minutes for you to eat a churro is what I'm gathering.
I ate it slowly because I consider the churro when I eat it.
Alrighty then. All right. So you are distributing this for Backspindle Games here in America.
That's correct. It's available through all distribution channels.
Already available.
Yes, sir.
Ready. What's your price point on this one?
Price point of this guy, I believe, is running $34.95. I'd have to double check, but that is what we think it is.
$34.95. So the $30-$40 mark is what we were talking about.
Absolutely.
All right. It plays how many? Just 2 player?
Up to 4 players.
Up to 4. So 2 to 4?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, tag team wrestling matches, drop everybody in there and throw dice. It's good fun.
Very cool. All right. Thank you so much. This is Luchador from Ninja Division and Backspindle Games. We'll see you guys on the flip side. All right. Very good.
Cool. Timing
Very good.
Timing was good on that one.
Wow. I mean to tell you, that was amazing.
Well, thank you guys. It's good to come out and share the awesomeitude of playing games and having a good time. Now that I'm on live feed, I have to remember not to
that
use
needs to
flagrant
be
and colorful
broken down,
language.
doesn't it?
Oh yeah, we don't.
To the description of royals we got. So you have several ways to earn victory points. You can spend your cubes for influence.
Oh, sorry.
I love spending cubes for anything. My cubes have brought me pleasure.
All right.
Do
Drunk
you own a
Quest.
copy of this?
I do not.
You're going to take a copy home today.
Okay.
Because I feel like, have you met our Lord and Savior, Drunk Quest? This is the most delicious game ever. You need to have this. I love this game so much.
There you go. So that's a gaggle of cards there.
Oh my God, just wait for it. And they're super huge. They're moisture resistant, mostly. All right. Boom, treasure deck.
Ouch.
Boom, characters and minions, and our encounter deck. I'm gonna throw a light shuffle too because, well, it's good, clean fun. Let's throw a boss on here, such as the Worm. We're gonna put the Worm out just to have a look at him. Dude, this game is saucy fun. There's a Drunk Quest box. There is a massive Drunk Quest card, which is a thing just because it's a fun thing to show. And rules we don't really need.
Put that here. We'll put that here so the camera can get it
Perfect.
full on.
Let me. Do you guys need any?
Tequila.
Do you guys need any B-roll of components or anything like that?
I'm sorry?
Do you need any B-roll of components or anything like that?
Well, we that's what this camera is for over here.
Okay, so you guys
it's
will.
getting a second shot so that we can splice it in.
Very good.
When we
Okay.
edit next week.
I'm gonna make sure I get some stuff that's suitable there. This is our
If you want
encounter deck, and then let me set us up with a.
If you want to set some of them up face up so that they can see the artwork, that type of thing. that's good.
Totally. So the noble house of wizard from Zinfandel. We have our warrior from the fiefdom of Deep Cellar, and the thief.
In Motherland, vodka drink you.
Who's from the fiefdom of Kegton.
All right, cool.
And then you got a hunch of meat. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Okay, let me shuffle these a little better. So am I right to assume that by being in the game industry that you also enjoy alcoholic beverages with your fellow adults?
I actually do not.
Okay, that's fair, and it's worth asking.
No, that's fine.
It's always a mixed flair. So we have a variety of products, but I have enjoyed this one because I don't drink socially well, and I don't drink for purpose. But if I'm drinking for a game, it really, really, really lubricates the things. So this just becomes a lesson in chemistry.
All
right, let me get us set up with some fun things to do here. Boom, let's go.
What are these?
2. These are treasure cards.
Beer berries.
3, 4.
Great as a midday snack.
5, 6,
Slur ring. Beer goggles. Everything just seems better.
Everything. Okay.
Oh, that's just for you.
Well,
They are.
You need them
There you
after
go.
the second or third round. So, here's yours, sir.
Oh, those are mine. Okay.
You ready?
What's that? What do you need?
Do you want to move anything or? All right.
John. Okay, here we go. Ninja Division, this is Drunk Quest. Hey folks, welcome back to our 2016 Origins Summer Preview. You are watching the Dice Tower. I'm Sam, and this is John from Ninja Division, and he's going to show us this family-friendly game called Drunk Quest. Take it away, John.
Well, it is worth that, as ninjas, it is appropriate for us to tell you that this is a game best played with people who are of adult drinking age, who enjoy adult beverages, and may enjoy slaying monsters and falling off of chairs. This is definitely one of those products.
Okay.
Drunk Quest is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful product picked up from our buddies at Loop Core. We discovered this game at a local convention to some of our employees and some of our promotions guys, and it was very successful through Kickstarter. Had a lot of backing, but it's kind of been sort of run of the mill for a couple of years.
Very cool.
Doing its own thing. This needs to be shared with the world. I'm telling you today about Drunk Quest because you need to know about this for your next party. Now, Drunk Quest. This is an epic adventure where you take your heroic heroes into dungeons untold to fight monsters and to get boozy. Now, the way this works is that at the beginning of every game, every player gets dealt a random hero. For example, mine would be the thief, and yours would be the warrior or the wizard, which sound very lovely and fantasy-esque, of which they will all then belong to a random realm, of which I belong to the fiefdom of Kegton. And his would be Deep Cellar.
Deep Cellar.
Our wizard, of course, is going to play to the noble house of Zinfandel. Now, your Drunk Quest heroes and their things basically give them a select bit of abilities, a couple of trigger effects, some really complicated, fun little rules to look at, which you'll forget about by the second turn of the game. So here's how the game works. The first player to score 6 levels wins the game, and by defeating a monster, you go up a level. You start at level 0.
All right.
Now, in the game, you get a stack of cards, you get your encounter cards, you get your treasure cards, of which we've all been dealt a hand, and you get your hero cards. And you get a couple of action dice, basically a plus or minus in big, bright, beautiful colors and shapes so that they're easy to read. No math. We take our delicious, oversized, slightly moisture-resistant cards into our hand, and at the beginning of a round, we turn over our first encounter card. In this case, we are going to fight the dreaded Absinthe. Now, if it was my turn, sitting here with a table of my peers, if it's 2 of you, it would be a very, very lonely drinking game, but I recommend more people than 2. He's going to have a basic power, he's going to have a number of treasure cards he's going to give you upon defeat, and likely a special rule. In his particular case, straight up, all permanents are ignored until this monster's defeated, meaning if I've equipped myself with, I don't know, something like my thirst-quenching sword or something to that effect, I'm not going to be able to use that in this particular fight. Now, when he goes out, his power level is on full display. That is what I'm going to have to drink to in order to defeat him. Here's what happens. At the beginning of my turn, I get to take an action. Now, an action can be playing a treasure card from my hand. For example, something silly like, he's so terrible powerful, I'm going to put a haunch of meat on him and drop him down 5 points to a 1 to make him easy to defeat. Or maybe I just want to be chippy and say, hey, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and play a copper. It's an instant. I get to choose a player who takes 1 immediate drink. Go. Now, this is how this game starts to go. Now, everybody around the circle now has a chance to play an action into the fight in order to see how this rolls out. Now, more people you have, the more action is going to be played onto this. Now, is there anything in your hand you would want to play into this battle?
Let's see here. I will play Beer Berries.
Very strong. So Beer Berries ups the power of this monster by 2, and let's say I had, some rude guy sitting next to me who wants to go ahead and throw some booze blood on there for another +4, bringing this monster to a 12. Now this comes back to me. I have one more chance to play an action from my hand. I look around, I have nothing to do. I hoist my frosty beverage. I say, my gosh, I have to beat a level 12 monster, and I start drinking, and everybody counts me down to the table. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 12. When I've done this, I have defeated the monster, I have gone up a level, I have garnered new treasure, I'm ready to fight the next fight. It goes then to my next player, and then we play a like round. Let it be said, a monster at 6 or 7 is about a half of glass of some bubbly, fizzy adult beverage. A 12 or a 14 could be a full glass.
Yes.
When you get around to fighting boss-level monsters, for example, like the Dreaded Worm, or the Drink Dragon, or the Drunk Giant, these monsters accelerate quite large because everybody gets in on the fight.
Of course.
And in doing so, they also throw in a lot to get people to back down. If you ever back away from a fight, you lose a level, and you also are scorned and scoffed by your friends for the next week. It says in the rules.
How many levels do you have to do this?
Up to 6.
You have to do 6 levels.
Correct. You have to get 6 to win.
So, is there some type of rule where the person who doesn't win has to help everybody get home?
Well, that makes a whole lot of sense. It does have recommendations in the book that we do encourage there to be a dedicated driver, of course, and all of that.
A lot of sleepovers and that type of thing?
It's usually a couch flop, but yeah, that's how that kind of thing goes.
All right.
But we do recommend a very safe place to be able to enjoy your adult beverages. But yeah, the first time you face a level 57 Drink Dragon, and you start hoisting out beer bottle after beer bottle after beer bottle after beer bottle to get this through, the night gets very serious that way.
Do you actually finish this game?
It's been known to happen.
You've heard of it?
No, I've actually competed and
You've actually finished a game.
I finished a game. I've even actually won a game. Is that strange? It hurt. I don't know if I'm proud of that. The last winner that we had in our company actually just woke up clutching his pillow and crying. But he was the king of Drink Quest. And the nice thing about Drunk Quest is that everybody who plays wins, in some way or another. Anyway.
On that note, is this readily available?
You can get Drunk Quest as of now. We do have a limited stock, and we have a brand new print run of this stuff coming in. So we are.
What's your price point for this now?
Price point is also running $34.95.
$34.95. So
Yep.
that's okay. Everything stays the same.
Yep.
All right. So that's Drunk Quest from Ninja Division. Thank you, John, for stopping by, showing us.
Cheers.
We'll see you guys on the flip side. Very good.
That game's loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. Some yes. Yeah. That's an interesting concept, yes.
Good. Yeah, this. I saw this at a show, and there's no reason why this doesn't belong in every Spencer's and every something around here.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
You can pick this up and so.
I'm back.
All I can say about that last game is,
I'm back.
were you playing the last game?
No.
You sound like it.
What's it called?
Drunk Quest.
Why do we allow that on our show? Who's in charge here?
You are.
I'm back.
All I have to say about that last game is, wow. that was yeah. Tom's gonna review that one with his kids. He's gonna review that one with his kids. Slide it a little bit.
I'm back. Hey, they have a root beer here from the Balls Company. It's root beer with caffeine. I was like, yeah! And I drank some. Can you tell?
Do you mind being a little louder, please?
They had cream soda with caffeine. Really? Orange soda with caffeine. Root beer with caffeine.
Where is this wonderful beverage?
It's like near the registration on the way. There's like a little booth set up.
Are they selling it?
Just samples. That store down in that little game store. They're like, if you want to buy it, that's where you go. They're trying to get people to pick it up and sell it in their game stores.
Also, in regards to that last game, the Dice Tower is not responsible for any of the content of the games reviewed on the show.
What's going on? Are we talking on the interwebs?
We are. I was telling them I found this root beer with caffeine. Yeah.
Root beer does not normally have caffeine?
No, it doesn't. In fact, I've never seen it with caffeine.
Did you see that last game?
What was it?
Drunk Quest.
Yeah, no, I did not. I wasn't watching them. I'm aware of the game.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Barks has caffeine, they said. Whatever, this has more caffeine, they said, than Mountain Dew. And I drank some.
This is why you're. And I chugged it.
Who do we got next?
Well, I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
See you guys later.
So we don't actually have someone lined up, do we?
There are some tentative ones. Sam.
What is
copy,
this?
sir. That's
No, did he really leave us one?
Yes. And you have to review it, he says.
No.
He
really
left us
left
one,
one.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's you then.
No, that's him.
Drunkard!
What are y'all trying to say?
Sam, could you get the schedule?
Yes, I will review it. Are you supposed to be drunk when you review this?
You're gonna get drunk.
Oh, so you drink while you play?
Yes.
He did say something that was really funny. He said if you're with a group of people,
right,
and
They never
and there's
showed.
one of them that
Mayday.
doesn't
They
drink
haven't
or
shown
doesn't
up
want to
yet.
drink,
right,
you can
No, wait.
squire people
That's who was just here.
to do your
You're
turn.
drinking
Mayday?
for you, basically.
No, Ninja Division.
Mayday never showed up.
And they come
And
over
then
here and they
you got yellow at 1640, but we've got a bit of time.
All right, I'll review it. I'll hang out with some friends and go to a party and review it. I guess.
You will sacrifice yourself and review it.
So
I'm not
look
going to
what I
be
got.
drunk while I review the game. You know what I mean?
You're gonna get
I'm
drunk.
just going
In
to
this
play the
pretty
game.
bag. Now I got one of those seals. It's a
Oh, that's wax.
yeah, this is wax.
Very cool.
They didn't have like a dice or tower, so I got a V.
A D.
A V.
V. Mass.
Okay, yeah. V for Vecchio.
I'll let my kids like seal their letters. I think they'll think that's cool. I'll be like, oh, you want to send a letter to Grandma? Bring it here.
V for
Put it
Vecchio.
down.
Anybody
Like
on
a special
anybody on
desk.
the
Make
For
a
wax
make a
sealing.
caffeine quest version for Tom.
Caffeine Quest. There
And
you
I'll
go.
take the seal and be like, this letter approved. Garbage.
Mediocre.
Rewrite it. Rewrite it. Better handwriting necessary.
I found a spelling mistake.
Anybody who knows the V for Vecchio reference on the chat, first person to say it gets a free pair of dice from me.
V for Vecchio?
Yes.
I only know V for Vendetta.
No, V for
That
Vecchio.
was a sequel.
Oh, it was a sequel.
Yeah.
But wait, everyone died in the first one.
No, V for Vendetta was the sequel. You didn't know that? I'm stretching.
So we
I know
have
Z for
everyone.
Zachariah.
We have everybody except Yellow. Oh, they're here.
Bam.
Hey, tell me you know now.
All right.
I do.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, who did it?
David Allen, whoever that is. No offense.
Type in my
I like whoever that is. It's David Allen.
Type in my address, my email address. Have it
Type in my address, he
I'll
said.
get it set up for him.
Social security number.
No,
Did someone get it? What is the reference?
Saving Private Ryan. There was this guy that Tom Hanks' character and his first sergeant, they were remembering this little kid named Vecchio, who during the winter would pee a V.
P of V. V for Vecchio.
No,
That's
he would
right.
say V for Vecchio. It was always P and a V all over everything.
Okay, that's right. I remember that now.
P and a V.
That is less romantic than I had hoped.
So he basically, for your knowledge of urine, you have won a pair of dice from Sam Healy.
We gotta move that camera back.
Yeah, we'll move it back soon enough. All right, so we're kind of in a good mood because I believe this is the very last interview we're doing. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to have Origins Fun Time with Tom. And sorry, I'm like pumped.
Yes, I see that. I
So
see
what we're going to do
that.
is we're going to turn the camera on, and I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to pull people off the street. By street, I mean the rugged aisles, and we'll just talk to them about what they think about the convention and stuff. So that will start tomorrow. I don't feel like starting at 9, so we'll start at like 9:30.
Just in case you don't have enough stuff in you to get y'all jazzed up. This is from the guys over at Portal. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
What is it? Looks like Twix.
I don't know. It's got
like a
chocolate
chocolate
and
covered
sugar
wafer.
and
I had one. It was pretty good.
It'll get y'all
Oh,
going.
really good.
Good? All right, there you go.
So,
You're gonna be fun at your Kickstarter backer dinner. he's gonna be fun at that Kickstarter backer dinner.
So anyway, what I'll do is we'll just be sitting and talking to people, and we'll pull people around, in and talk. Or maybe we'll just let the camera sit there and do nothing. So that's tomorrow. We're done with our designer interviews. The last one here is King of Tokyo, 2nd edition. And Matt, let's get that switched over now.
Okay.
So we'll see you then.
Kraken.
Yeah.
All right. Throw in the set.
Let's see here. Can you get, does that block this one back here?
Not enough to really care.
All right, well, put it off to the side a little bit.
Or you could leave the standees behind.
Just back here like this?
Placards in front and the standees behind. Nobody's blocking anybody.
And then,
Like that. You know, my son will fall all over the side of the dude. A pig cat. I mean,
Are we supposed to make judgments on that or no?
No, no judgments.
he's a trendsetter. Like in
Yes.
preschool, all these other boys are like, yeah, I want pink shoes too.
Now, these are the same dice, right?
Yes,
Nothing's
we
really
actually
changed.
We do have a different manufacturer, so if you actually held them up, they're less than a millimeter smaller.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
but
cool. That's
you
not
would-
bad.
Yeah.
That means that
They
just
still
means they'll
kinda
fit through
chunky, but
dice
just-
towers.
Yeah.
They'll fit through dice towers better.
Yeah.
And new artwork on the back too, right?
And the front.
And the front.
So upgraded, so a little cooler. Like that one's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. That's very cool. We'll put some of those down in front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cards all have new artwork too.
Yes. Let's turn over just a couple more. Oh, that's not very. Let's get some really good ones out here.
That is good. Acid attack.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, this is good. Rapid healing. It's got the king on it. Very cool.
I just like seeing all the new artwork.
People are torn. I think so.
I mean, we just put the original on our best card art list.
We're trying to keep it up on that list. I would think after a certain amount of time, that then becomes the old bar. And so we're trying to keep the bar continually high.
Very cool.
So your bike's getting a little off center here. I'm gonna.
I am kind of off center, so that's par for the
Very cool.
course.
Rolling as well.
Let's open that up a little bit so that it's more for that camera. There we go. That's good. Is that good? All right. All right. So this is where we're going to be most of the time.
Okay.
And I'm going to do just a very quick logistical introduction and then the real one, and then we'll hit the ground running. All right. We're all running, right? We're all rolling.
Here, Derek.
Everybody's good.
Good.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is Yellow King of Tokyo, 2nd edition. Hey folks, welcome back to our summer preview coverage from Origins 2016 in Columbus, Ohio. You're watching the Dice Tower, and I'm Sam. This is Keith from Yellow, and he's here to show off King of Tokyo 2.0. Take it away, Keith.
All right, yeah, this is a pre-release. We've still got about 3 weeks before it hits street, but we wanted people to see it. It's really the same game. If you're playing it, everything is the same, but we really upgraded the art. And 2 reasons for that. We're at our 5th anniversary, so it's time to do something a little neat.
Very good.
We're also starting work on the digital app. And the digital app, the old art, was not layered. And so we would have had to redo it all just to make it work for the digital app. So since we were reapproaching that, we decided to reapproach the entire look. We're using the artist who did King of New York. We really like his work. And so everybody's got a new facelift, even the art on the cards. A little poppier. We had complaints early on that the box for most markets was a little too dark. You had monsters fighting, so we decided to go a little splashier with it, make it a little bit more mainstream.
Very cool.
But everything's really kind of working the same. The thing that is probably the biggest change, which most people will notice, is we've got different monsters. So Cyber Bunny is now Cyber Kitty. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then the monster that everybody loved, which was the Space Penguin, is now put in there. That means the Kraken has disappeared. And for those who have played tournaments and won their Space Penguin, we're just pointing out that this is the Space Penguin's a little more modest cousin. If you look close enough, he is wearing underwear. The other one is naked.
Wow.
So
that is very risque.
So the people who have the X-rated version still safe with that.
And we apologize.
Yeah. So all the other components really the same. You can see the dice, the board, all still working the same cubes. We did change the back of the cards, so we are working on card sleeves that'll make everything more uniform.
That's cool.
This had the old box artwork on it, so with the change of that, it didn't make sense. And we're working on several compatibility things as well. We'll probably end up doing a little booster pack with the Space Penguin and Cyber Kitty for those that have the old one and just want to upgrade their
That's very
monsters. Don't know that we'll make that out this year, but it's something that is in the pipeline.
It's
for
good
going.
to know you're at least thinking about that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, yeah, the other news, the digital app won't make it this year. That'll probably be next year as well. We still will be doing King of New York Power Up. And that, our goal is Essen, so that's an October release. It's got pushed back slowly. We thought we'd make Gen Con, but it doesn't look that way at this point. But we've got several things each year that we're trying to do with the King products and keep it
Very
fresh
cool.
and lively.
So what about the app? What kind of things are you going to be able to do with that digital app?
Early read is that it will play very much the same. It allows you to play solo against the machine.
Other people? Okay.
They've talked about making it also other people can log in, so you can play it simultaneously with other people.
Cool.
But it's still in such early stages that I don't know that any of that is firmly committed.
Okay.
They were also looking to do a Kickstarter towards it, which possibly may launch in October. I don't know if that's still on the books. I haven't heard them talk about it for a little bit. But when that comes out, that will be the big release about the digital app. And news on that.
You said that these are a little bit tiny smidge smaller than the old ones.
Yeah, I don't think you would notice unless you physically put them side by side.
It feels like they're a little bit. The corners are a little bit more rounded too.
Yes,
a little bit.
I think
not
they
much.
roll a little bit.
So I think that makes them. I like rounded corners a little bit better. So that's really cool. Brand new artwork for all of the energy cards here.
Yep.
So that's really neat as well. And the artwork is phenomenal. Of course, you guys know Yellow. They take artwork very seriously and just do a really great job. So
I'll also say that we cleaned up the rules, that we took all the FAQs, composite, made a cleaner, more succinct rule book out of it. So the rules, although the game hasn't changed, are much cleaner and better read. So all in all, I think a better product as the end result. We look forward to keeping the King rolling.
That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty much what a second edition should do, especially one that was so popular with your first run. You updated it, put a new coat of paint on it, so to speak.
Yep.
Very good job. All right. Thanks so much, Keith, for joining us. And thanks you guys
Sam.
for joining us as well. We'll see you on the flip side. All right. Very good.
5 minutes.
Thanks.
Good deal.
Thanks.
Very nice, guys.
So we're back, but we're actually going to be shutting down because, hey, it's Friday and we are done with interviews of designers and publishers. We did about, when counting individual games, I want to say we have 80 of these. We'll be editing each one of them and posting them over the next couple weeks. We should have them all done by Dice Tower Con. So we'll be posting those. We're not done with live streaming though. 2 more things. Tomorrow, 9 to 12, or 9:30 to whenever I stop, actually. Happy hour with Tom Bassel. I'm gonna bring some root beer. And we'll also be live streaming the Origins Awards, hopefully, maybe. We're supposed to have an internet connection in that ballroom, and if so, we'll be live streaming there. So, I think we're gonna end here because if we pack everything up, we can go.
Just run out of root beer, buddy? Did you just run out of root beer, buddy? Clear!
No.
Down the gullet!
I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
You were talking about leaving.
Yeah, we're
Let's
done.
Shut down this enterprise.
All right, so on behalf of the Dice Tower.
He just had like a weird root beer crash on camera. Weren't we just joking about this the other day? Like you.
So anyhow, on behalf of Derek and Matt and basically everybody, NZ a little. We're done. I really am running out of words.
You are, okay. Well, thanks everybody for staying with us, everybody who was chatting with us. Thank you as well. And we're just glad to be able to make it a little bit a part of our convention here. So thanks for sticking with us.